At Farmers Insurance, we know the sound of a perfect hot air balloon landing. And a less than perfect one. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Right now, you can get both Sprint's unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 per month per line for 5 lines. All you need is approved credit and an 18-month lease. No trade-in required. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1.
Phone $15 a month after $22.50 a month. Credit apply within 2 bills. If canceled earlier, main balance due. Unlimited basic after $630.20. Pay $32 per month per line for 5 lines without auto-pay. Data deprioritization during congestion. Speed maximums. Use rules and restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Jim, the Keys bartender, coming to you from the Catch in Key Largo. It is our 100th episode. I'm here with Bill Wissinger. Say hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Yep, and as per usual, we're here joined by some friends. We have some special guests coming on. Today's episode 100. The title is The Face Liquor, and we'll get deeper into that. First, I'd like to talk about our benefactor, the Catch Restaurant here in Key Largo. If you are visiting Key Largo, you live in Key Largo, the Upper Keys, or you're coming through, it would behoove you to stop here. And I may be a little, I guess, I play favoritism with them because I work here.
You work here. You should play favorites.
I should. I do play favorites with my family and my friends, but I'm trying to be objective. We have our happy hour Monday through Friday here at the Catch, 3:30 to 6:30. Wow. She gave us a vicious Holly.
That was the Holly look from Hill.
The almost life-size waitress, server, bartender gave us the evil eye, the Maloik, as she went by. But they have happy hour, reduced drink prices on well drinks, house wine, draft beer, great food specials. Today, and we say it all the time, they have meatloaf special, but every day of the week, Monday through Friday, they have a special. They have chicken pot pie on Monday, spaghetti and meatballs on Tuesday, as I said, meatball platter on Wednesday, and turkey platter. And spaghetti and meatball on Tuesday? Tuesday night, it's Mexican night.
Okay.
And people ask me, what does that mean?
It means you can order Mexican food.
Well, it means that only Mexicans can get the spaghetti and meatball at night.
That's pretty funny.
No, that's not true. That means they got a Mexican menu at night, and they have spaghetti and meatballs.
And the Mexicans are really good. I've had the burrito and the chimney. I've had the burrito and the chimney, and they're both really good.
Yeah, they're very good here. And we have great cook and catch specials. And now we're in the midst of lobster season. Ooh. We had Monkey Boy, the story of Monkey Boy. They brought a okay, was that?
No, we're good.
That was yours?
No, that was nothing.
Okay.
That was me looking up at the board.
We had Monkey Boy come in with all his lobster in a couple weeks ago. And you can bring in your fish and your lobster, and they'll cook it up and make nice sides for you. And they're good for parties, too, if you come in here. We have a nice crowd here today. Once again with the Moloik, I didn't say anything untoward to her. I don't know why she's angry at me at this moment or pretending to be.
We love you, Holly.
Yeah. So, yes, it's a Catch Restaurant. We're here. Today's show is going to be 5 to 6:30. And I'd like to talk a little, if I can get one of my friends over from, I'm going to call over Jen and Mary Ann and maybe Dennis to get on the mic. And we're going to, before we start talking about, yesterday, I'll talk about the awkward stuff. We were talking about the sphincter bleaching.
That's
you remember
awkward.
the sphincter bleaching, Bill?
Well, thank you.
I don't hear what you're saying, Bill, so
appreciate that. Thank you.
He's just talking about his beer. He's focused on his beer right now.
I got a beer delivery.
Remember
I'm wearing
sphincter?
headphones. You want a set of headphones?
No. I just want you to. I want to acknowledge that you hear.
I can hear what you're saying.
I can't
just
hear
fine.
what you're saying at all. I know when he's focused on getting his beer, and he's good. He's happy now.
I like beer.
So
Makes
yesterday,
me a jolly good fellow.
I wanted to once again thank my friends in Philadelphia, and if they found their way to Spreaker,
there you go,
and they're listening to us live.
Yes.
We got a bar full of people in there.
There you go.
I hope. I don't know if Kevin's there at the time.
Who knows?
Kevin O'Dare, Pat McGeehan, Jimmy Golden, John McGeehan, Neil McGeehan, Bill Haviland, Pat Baker, Nora, Heather, Jessica, Mark DiRossini, Sue. Gosh, I'm missing. I know I'm missing people. I do apologize, but I'd like to say hi to all my friends at McGeehan's.
There you go.
That listen up in Philadelphia.
Hi, McGeehan's.
It's
Good seeing
still
you.
I think
McGeehan's
the
rock
kids are
bottom.
Rock bottom. See, if you're at McGeehan's, you've reached rock bottom. But then again, it's a friendly place. I told you about that story on St. Patrick's Day.
No. Is it like the Paul Hogan Crocodile Dundee thing? Figuring New York's got to be the friendliest city in the world. All those people want to live close together.
Nah, it's not exactly. So it's St. Patrick's Day, and for a couple days before, all you're hearing is Irish music and stuff like that. And it's late at night. I'm still there. I was hitting on the DJ, this girl, this redhead. She had strawberry blonde hair and stuff. I ended up going out with her for a couple months. She always getting pissed off at me and breaking up. And then I make it back into her. I stop calling her, and we go back out with her again. I was a bit of an asshole. And,
Imagine that.
But that's neither here nor there about this story. So
that would be
on
there.
St. Patrick's night, it was kind of like I don't think they were playing a lot of Irish music, but these three guys come in, and they were Irish tenors, or things like Danny Boy,
I know,
and all that stuff. The Chieftains music.
Please
and stuff
don't
like
do that.
And John McGeehan was, I think he was watching over the bar, or I think John at the time, and they came in and he said, "Listen, it's after 2. You guys can have a drink, just don't sing any more Irish music.
Be done here. Here's
and
a drink.
I think John
away.
decked out whatever he was doing, go to the bathroom or something like that. I'm sure it was important. He comes back, and I think they are breaking out in the Danny Boy, and he says, and you know what? It's a lot of weird things happen. You don't know necessarily if you're remembering correctly. I just remember him taking the money and kind of throwing it in their face and telling them to get the fuck out of here, like that. And there's nothing like getting an Irish, 3 Irish singers on St. Patrick's Day getting thrown out of
an
McGeehan's Irish bar for singing.
We're not that fucking kind of Irish bar.
Yeah.
Remove your ass
right
here.
down the street, they had the Hibernians, the AOH. I like to say hi to Kevin Kilkenny, his daughter Megan, and her boyfriend or fiance. I should have found out. They stopped in on Monday. I haven't seen this girl for 14 years or 15 years. She used to be the coat room girl at the catering place I was a manager at, Mater D. And
Okay.
and they come walking in. And there's nothing like it when someone comes up to a bar, and the last time you saw them, they were like 14 years old. And they're coming in. And you know what? Still the same lovely young girl. And here I am doing a dirty old show here. I'm going to have to get some of these people over because I want them to do a quick introduction to my friends over at Rotary. But over the last several years, we've been participating, and we've seen it down here, the fads that going around. Remember the spinners? You know about spinners? Little kids used these spinners last year. They were like little triangle-shaped things, and they spin.
The only reason
for
I
like
know that is I saw them
dyslexic
on
children, and
Facebook.
they were going 2 years ago. They were just going crazy on these little things. They
There you
spin,
go.
and adults do it. I mean, it was like stress balls. The
Captain Queeg.
kinetic energy balls.
No, Captain
those
Queeg,
things.
man.
What?
Captain Queeg.
Oh, that's marbles. That was marbles, wasn't it?
Marbles.
That was marbles. And
These ball bearings. But
and then 4 years ago, the Pokemon, or it was 3 years ago, the Pokemon game.
I don't know.
You didn't know about that?
No, fuck no.
People are walking into
so
open manhole covers, getting hit by cars.
I am
they're
so
looking
disconnected
for,
from pop culture.
They're looking for crypto virtual prizes, and they would put them in a place, and they use your GPS system on your phone.
Oh, dude,
and
that's
they
a shame I
establish-
didn't know about that. I could have had fun with that shit.
Well, what they did is they would put different collector's items like Pikachu and shit like that in different places.
I would put
and
one
you'd
right-
you have to go to that place and pick it up. It wasn't a physical thing. You just be there.
I would have to put it right to the light down at mile marker 100, right in the middle, man.
Well, they did stuff like that. They were putting them in people's driveways, people's houses, and shit like that. And there's people walking around looking in windows. They got their cell phone looking in windows, and that was pretty crazy. It was about 4 months.
Okay.
It was 4 months, and then a couple years before that, it was, and the last one, cup stacking. You know cup stacking?
No.
It was all over the YouTubes. These young white kids, they didn't have any athletic ability, but you know what they could?
They could stack cups.
Stack cups, and they'd
There you
stack
go.
them real quick. They go up, boom, boom, and they go back and forth. It's almost like shuffling and stuff like that.
I saw some young, I hate to say Oriental.
I can't hear you because you got your headphone on.
Yeah, I know.
And you're talking real low.
No, I'm talking just fine. I'm same level you are.
Okay.
They had some young Oriental kid. I hate to say Oriental because I don't know his exact
Asian.
where he was. Asian. There we go. Asian kid. And he was juggling Rubik's Cubes and solving them.
What? He was
juggling Rubik's Cubes and solving them.
and solving them while he's juggling them?
Yeah.
An Asian dude?
Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably passed out.
That's all right. We'll mention him. We'll mention him.
Yeah.
We're going to ask. Hold on a second.
Marianne. Why don't I just walk over there and get Marianne? Why don't I just walk over there and get Marianne?
I
it looks
mentioned
like the hand
on we
signals
got
aren't
picked up
working.
on Saturday. We got picked up by Spotify. I was trying for months on end to try to get Spotify to pick up our show, and then all of a sudden the app starts applying a Spotify section on their help under the help center, and it would just you hit the button, and in about 30 minutes, the whole show is on there, and within
You can use anyone you
the
want.
purple one. This is Sue Carey. She doesn't talk a lot. They don't know her.
There
She's
you go. You got to get right up on that. Put it right up
I
on
know.
your lips. There you go.
While
Right
you're here,
there.
we want to talk about
Perfect.
the 19th annual Backcountry Challenge. It takes place September 28th to the 30th this year.
Yes, September 28th is the kickoff and the captain's meeting, and
It's a fishing competition.
it's a fishing competition. That is correct, and I believe that they are. It's all backcountry, so and it's limited to 75 anglers. So if
Yeah.
you want to get involved, you should, because the awards are beautiful. They're done by David Worth,
Yeah.
and they are spectacular.
And if you needed additional information on exactly what the Backcountry Challenge is and what the rules, you can go to KeyLargoRotary.org. And you can check it out. There'll be an area where you can register. You can pay for
Right on the front page
At
of
KeyLargoRotary.org.
KeyLargoRotary.org is a poster.
Yeah.
And then all the information is there. The application is there. We have a very active junior group
Yep.
that can be a part of it.
Yeah.
And it's been very successful for many years, and it supports Take Stock in Children.
And I wanted to talk about Take Stock in Children. So we're going to lay down a little background on that. Rotary, the International Rotary, is a huge organization, a service organization, and we're big in our community in Upper Keys. Key Largo Rotary plays a place in it. And we'll talk about our message in Key Largo, but the Take Stock in Children is a mentoring program.
Here's what Take Stock in Children is, and we're very, very lucky in the state of Florida to have this program, but the biggest and most successful program is here in the Keys. And what it is for children of economically
Disadvantaged
children, And what they do in 7th grade through high school, they
and
sign
into college,
up in
I think they even help.
They sign up in 7th grade,
Yeah.
and they have to agree to keep their grades up, to stay out of trouble, no drugs, etc. And if they go through high school and do all of this, they are given a scholarship to college. Their college is paid for through Take Stock in Children.
A state university?
For a state university.
Yeah.
That's correct. However, I do know some people that have been able to use Take Talk. They do junior 2 years in a local college, and then they get their last 2 years and they can take it out of state. So it's a little bit less fun.
You know, that's actually a fan. I want to touch on that. My niece went to Florida State and completely freaked out the first quarter because she's away from all her family. She's away from everybody. She ended up doing the junior college thing for 2 years and then went back, and that was fantastic. That worked out so good. She got her degree. Everything worked out. But that's a really good way to ease into it, especially if you've got anxiety about meeting people.
The really great success with it is the high success rate because it's the mentoring part of it.
Right.
It's not just the student's responsible, but there is someone to help guide them and give them advice.
Interestingly enough, I mentored a child from 7th grade through high school. She went to local schools. She has now just finished her nursing, and she's one of those kids, pretty much like me. She marched to a beat of a different drummer. Yeah. There were some times of struggle for her to stay, with the program, but she has turned into. She was always a wonderful kid, but now she's a great kid, and she's a nurse.
A young woman.
So, and the nicest thing was we've reconnected on Facebook. And last year, she was getting prepared to move, and she put on Facebook a whole bunch of cards. Mm-hmm. And what she said, they were all the cards I sent her during the years while she was in Take Stock for Children and being mentored.
That's awfully
me.
nice.
Oh, nice.
So, you know that when you do something like this, you have an effect upon kids. But that's, again, from the fishing tournament. The fishing tournament raises money for Take Stock, and the money is multiplied 4 times. So whatever we raise turns into 3 or 4 scholarships.
By matching
funds.
Matching funds through the state and other organizations.
Through the county and then through the state.
Yeah. And the effectiveness of this program, Key Largo and the other Rotary, we do a lot of scholarship programs. That's our big thing locally, is trying to bring people, not just scholarships to colleges, but to technical and vocational schools, and the people to come back and get trained and bring their talents and education and expertise back to the Keys that aid the community.
Right.
So we help them, and they come back and help us.
Right.
So
there you go.
It's wonderful to bring them back into the community. Historically, the Key Largo Rotary has been there to provide scholarships for people who want to go to airplane mechanics schools, boating mechanics, going for nursing or for teaching. We not only support kids, but we do support adults.
A lot of times when I think about that, I think about the Bailey's Building and Loan and It's a Wonderful Life. And when he's talking to Mr. Potter,
right.
and he's arguing about it, says, listen, you need this organization. You need the Bailey's Building and Loan because they'd have to go to Potter. And doesn't it make these people better citizens, better people? And that's what we do here, besides doing our big global initiatives, which was polio eradication,
and clean water.
Which is really important because there's a whole bunch of different things that have in clean water. and you got lower life expectancy. You have blindness that occurs, and all sorts of things that keep not just people stunted, but whole societies and areas stunted in growth. And I'd like to thank Sue Carey for coming and doing it. Oh, besides doing that, you do other things. You do for your pets, your little fur babies.
Oh, yes.
You have something coming up?
I'm on the board for Marvelous Pet Rescue.
Yeah. Is that Spaghetti and No Balls?
Right, and we have Spaghetti and No Balls coming up in November 9th.
That's a fantastic
November 9th.
Thank you for that. And we just had a great Clear the Shelter event last Saturday, and we were able to find fosters or adoptive homes for all our large dogs, so we no longer have any dogs in boarding. So for that, we thank the community. We really
That's
do.
Great.
But I want to just take a moment to congratulate you on your 100th podcast.
Oh, thank you.
I think that's wonderful. You do a nice service for the community, and I know you love what you do. And I'm
glad you don't listen to all of it, Sue, because it gets really blue. Some of it. Later on, we're talking about a subject that some guy from West Germany. I'm saying West Germany. Talk about older person. You're going to call West Germany.
You're stuck in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the 80s. But he sent in his subject, and I'm glad you're not going to hear that one.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's about animal necrophilia.
Oh, God.
I will make sure that
it's only animals. It's not people with animals. It's not people with animals.
I will make sure that I teach you how to pull this up on your phone so you can follow along. You can sit there and listen to it as we go.
Thank you. I'm pretty much a Pollyanna in this world.
You know what, Sue?
I only like happy things.
If Jen wants, I don't know if she can talk about her organization that she does full time. If she can, bring her on. If she can't, that's fine too. But she can come over and talk about the bridge run.
Okay.
And we get Marianne and stuff like that over here to talk on that.
I will go do
have
what
a go
I
and
can.
have a great time.
Okay, thank
with
you.
them, with Dennis, Marianne, Jen.
Thank you so
and
much.
Their partners and Christina over there, sitting by herself. They didn't get a tasting. Oh, okay. Okay.
Marianne said she hadn't had enough to drink yet.
Oh, she didn't? Okay, that's fine. It's funny you say this.
Speaking of having enough to drink, I finally got in touch with our buddy.
What? Oh, yeah, I heard.
I woke him up off the couch.
Oh, he's sleeping on the couch? What was he like? Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Man, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Smoked a little too much weed, man. Okay.
Actually, and I'm not going to take anything away from. This is the only day off he's got.
Yeah.
Tuesday is his only. Monday is usually my only day off.
Yeah.
And if you call me on Monday, odds are I'm not even going to look at the phone.
I know. I can't take a nap. Well, you could
There's Jen.
Okay.
Pick a mic.
Pick it up.
Mic.
I just wanted to say something about Luis, our one of our.
You got the red one?
Suppliers came by with some beer, and I wanted to say something about Copper Tail Brewery in Tampa. And the gentleman who's the brewer at Copper Tail, spent 15 years at the Waterfront Brewery in Key West before he went up to Tampa. And I just drank the Free Dive, which is an IPA, and it has a light, crispy, good hot weather, citrusy taste to it. And it's not over hoppy. It's got about 5.8% alcohol. I'm telling you, it really goes well. A lot of IPAs are strong.
I know you like that.
I'm going to say. And I'm going to be trying this one called from the Crooked Can in Orlando. It's called McSwagger. It's an amber. It's the middle of the road.
And Jen's just dumping it all over the table for us.
I know. We have Jen. Jen, you could talk about.
It's very interesting.
Come on, Jen.
I work out hard because of the spin instruction. I keep my glutes strong. Are you talking this can?
Yeah, look at the
design.
design.
I thought you meant my butt. When you were talking about my can.
I'm not sure if this mic's on, is it?
It is.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
I just need you to get right up on it.
So what organization are you allowed to talk about? Can you talk about what you do?
Are we talking about the new Rotary Club that's going to be here at the Catch?
We could do that.
We could talk about anything you want.
We're not going to talk about the other organization you work for all the time. You can't do that.
Well, it's the Secret Service.
What? Okay, yeah.
Top
no, that's
secret.
fine. Yes.
Come on.
That's fine. She's a She's a Satanist. No, I'm just kidding. She's not a Satanist. She does great, good work. Jen has been the executive director.
She could be a Satanist. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Jen has been the executive director of several nonprofits, more than a few, and she's the president of our Key Largo Rotary. We have Dennis here, who is also, she helps promote our organization. We have, Jen, what do we have? We're going to be starting our satellite Rotary.
Yeah, the first meeting will be right here at the Catch on September 17th.
On a Monday night.
Yeah, Monday night. Then it will be from then on
that's
every first and third Monday night at 6 p.m.
I think I'm going to be here at that time. Because I'm here all day Monday.
We're bringing Rotary to you.
I'm not a low life where I hang out. Not that there's anything wrong, but I'm not here from open to close because I'm on the other side of the bar. I'm behind the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're really happy about it because not everybody can come to Rotary during the day. A lot of people don't even know what it is, but we do a lot of service.
Yeah, our meetings are at 7:30. Our meetings are at 7:30 in the morning, and Jen asked me to help being sergeant at arms, so I get there at 7, and I'm a bartender. I work late at night. It's fun.
You're always smiling.
I love getting up early, and I love the people I get to see. And you know what? They're really. They're fun. They're fun people. They put up with me. You guys, you welcome me with open arms. But it's not about me. It's about Rotary now. So we're going to have a satellite club, and it's going to skew a little younger.
Yeah,
probably.
We're currently looking for charter members. You can get the application on the homepage of keylargorotary.org.
Or older,
we have a lot of people in their 20s and 30s that are mostly interested
or
in
older
it.
people that like to sleep late.
Right.
and like to drink, because it's going to be a drinking club too. But we're all about responsible drinking. And the great thing about it, we got taxi cabs, we have Uber and stuff like that. Luckily, Luke's not here because he'd get all pissed off when we talk about Uber. Because he works for Mom's. He works for Mom's Taxi.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So we spoke about. We gave a thorough. You want to jump on, Bob? Grab a mic. Yeah. No, stay. We got 6 mics. There's Bob, Jen, Bob.
Hi, nice
dive
to meet
instructor.
you too.
We're going to talk about a little dive instructor. We wanted to talk about one more event we got coming up. We got a couple events. Are we helping with? We're doing the Peterson poker run. We're going to be working.
Rotary's going to be volunteering at several events. Phil Peterson's poker run in September is going to be going. You'll have to look up the dates. It's on KeyLargoRotary.org and also Phil Peterson's.
And we'll be at Gilbert's in the Big Chill.
You can come see us and then drive all the way down to Key West.
Yeah.
And they raise a lot of money for charities.
Yeah. And we sell a lot of tickets. And we did mention the Backcountry Challenge. If you want to participate, also, if you can't come to the Backcountry Challenge, you don't want to register, you can also buy tickets for the Basket of Cheer, which is Yeti Cooler. It's good for people local, but there's a cash consideration, right, for people that don't want to come and claim the Basket of Cheer, which is a valuable prize. And you can buy your tickets online at KeyLargoRotary.org. And we also have, what else? The Key Largo Bridge Run. We're doing the
November 9th and 10th, I believe.
Yes.
You can look that up. You'll see Rotarians helping out a pasta dinner on Friday night.
Yeah.
And we'll also be helping at the run on Saturday morning, very bright and early.
I'm sure a lot of people hear about these civic organizations and the service organizations, but Rotary is besides service, it's just a bunch of people having a good time together too. They really enjoy each other's company, don't we?
Yeah, we're like a family.
Yeah, not like a cult, not like the Manson family.
Well, sometimes family's good and bad.
They do good and bad. We do. But wait, you're the president? I was just saying that. Okay, hey, Jen, I want you to meet Bob. Bob's a friend of mine. And he's associated with us through Spencer Slate, one of the members of Key Largo Rotary.
One of the founding members.
Every Wednesday morning.
Bob's from my neck of the woods.
Unless it's really good weather, then we don't see him.
Yeah. Bob is from up in the Philly area.
Yeah, I live over in South Jersey.
Yeah, he's in South Jersey. Yeah, he's not on. Grab the other mic. Oh, no, none of them. Why aren't? Hold on. Okay, I want to reintroduce Bob. I thought all the mics were hot. I just assumed when you walked away that all the mics were on.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, is her on? Okay, the yellow one. Okay, we have the yellow one, too, if someone were to walk up. So Bob's from South Jersey.
Yes.
Do you know Bill's from Jersey?
No, I did not know that.
No, you couldn't tell by looking at him, right? Or hearing him?
Well, yeah, we have an area of Jersey where they dress just like him.
Hey, Keith. We got a big turnout today here.
I grew up out west in farm country.
Okay.
It doesn't exist anymore. It's now a suburb of Philly.
Yes.
Yeah. So Bob's a dive instructor.
Yes.
Down here for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he comes in and sees. We have lively discussions at the bar.
Constantly.
Yeah. So we have
I come in after a hard day and we talk about it.
Yeah, we do. We blow up a little steam and stuff like that. But that's what we do and stuff like that. Have you ever been one of our Rotary events?
Pardon?
Have you ever been to one of our Rotary events?
No, I have not. I think Captain Slate makes up for any time I might not make it there.
Yeah. He should bring you.
He's a very, very active member of the community.
Yeah, you should come with him sometime. So, do we have any other event? We can keep on talking now. We can come to the next subject. Because the next thing we were going to talk about, and my buddy George is not here, but there he is. The sleeper has awakened. No, wait, Jen, you're leaving?
He's here.
Okay, Luke's here. Luke, go and get a drink. And wait, he's got to wake up here. So, Bob, do you know what a podcast is? Have you ever listened to a podcast?
No, I haven't. I don't know.
Do you get the gist of what it is?
I do. Now that I've gotten an iPhone, it actually has a podcast thing on there, so I investigated it. I haven't found one yet to listen to. I searched around the other day. I guess it's kind of like the old things on a computer, the alt society things. When you used to find groups on a computer when they first came out, alternate lifestyles and all that stuff.
Well, whenever anybody did something weird at the bar, and things like Marianne Warren's here, a famous realtor. She's been on, is it HGTV, right? And what's the show?
Island Life.
And I remember the show you did. You were showing someone. I like it about the shows because someone, not that show necessarily, but realtors are. Someone mentioned this. Comedian said realtors are superheroes because someone will come on and it says, "I want to have a house on the beach, and I want to have 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, or 3 baths."
You'll get nothing and like it.
No, okay, that's Luke.
There's Luke.
Luke has arrived. For the 100th episode, he slept through the beginning of it.
Oh, wait, you just got out of bed?
No, he got off the couch.
It's a reverse Rumpelstiltskin. It's if Rumpelstiltskin, because he looks like Rumpelstiltskin. He looks like Rumpelstiltskin. He fell asleep, and it's you know what? 100 episodes, only the second time it happened. Pretty good.
Well, see what it was.
That's a high percentage.
I was going to eat some mushrooms, and
Marianne's not like that.
100th podcast, by the way. That's
what a rough segue that was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, let's hear. Could you tell Marianne what your plans were to that mushroom story was? What were you going to do? What were you going to do with those mushrooms?
I was going to eat some and wake up,
And come here?
Yeah.
On mushrooms?
Well, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, see, this is the Keys, Marianne. This is where the Keys bartender, we takes all types. You just heard in the beginning, we were talking about the Key Largo Rotary. We were talking about Backcountry Challenge, about Take Stock in Children, a scholarship event. And then Luke comes walking in, which is great, talks about taking a bunch of magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Works for me. Hey, how was your...
I got him from a stripper. That makes it even more interesting.
That does.
Was that stripper that you met at the Caribbean Club?
No, I met her at Sharky's.
Okay.
So
Does it make you uncomfortable?
Did you get them down
So
south
what are you
last
doing to
night?
celebrate your 100th episode?
Well, obviously, we were waiting for Luke to wake up from his
She was a pole dancer,
and
man.
they come here. A pole dancer? Okay, that's great.
And she showed her twat to everybody
Okay,
except
there-
for me
oh, that's-
because she was
there you
hanging
go.
out, spreading this way and not spreading it at me, and I totally missed out on the.
Well,
you know, on the.
You
on
were
the full
performing.
beaver.
You were performing.
I was picking and grinning.
that's what.
and,
Well, you have been grinning more.
Yep. Okay.
Well,
let's give Marianne and Bob a little.
did he partake in those or
what?
the mushrooms?
Do you want some mushrooms?
No. I'm asking if he did. If he's.
Oh, you know what? I done ate them, but
Oh, you took them. You took them.
well, yeah.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
see what colors do you see?
Not yet. It'll
No,
kick
he's
in
waiting
a
for him
little
to-
bit.
Okay.
I got the happy face going.
It's
you know.
Kim. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's great. So if I say anything about Uber because you're a taxi driver, what would you say?
Go ahead, man.
Go
Okay,
on.
see, here we go. He is happy. He's a taxi driver, and they got to flip out when you mention Uber.
Well, that's a tough job being a taxi driver.
I know, but down here, but we have our jobs. But some people have jobs that don't involve taking mushrooms and sleeping in the middle
that's
of the
true
day.
too. Yeah.
Like a real estate
My van got there.
person and a dive instructor.
Yeah, you don't need
You can't-
mushrooms underwater. I don't
Well,
think.
I don't think you can. Do they? Well, they wouldn't be able to test for those, would they?
I don't know if they would look for that or not, but any incident on the boats, and we get tested immediately for pretty much a broad spectrum of drugs or alcohol.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we kind of have to toe the line on the boats. Yeah.
See, now this is the mixing cultures. Now, on the Keys Bartender Show.
Oh,
we
yes,
got,
that's very
obviously
true.
Someone that just took mushrooms and things like that. Marianne, that I think if she did take a mushroom, it would be by accident.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing
She
wrong
may
with a
have
good
mushroom.
portobello
She may
every
have
now and then,
a
right?
mushroom in her salad.
Portobello mushrooms.
Exactly.
I don't think our mic's hot.
Sounds good.
Can
You gotta like pretend you're gonna like lick
Kiss
it
it.
like a popsicle stick.
Marianne,
Is that a song?
Marianne here was on HGTV.
Hi.
She did
Ashley. Pleasure.
I always thought it was like
Nice
supposed
to
to
see
be
you.
homegrown
Sure.
TV, man, where you learn how to grow weed and stuff.
It's House and Garden TV, but that sounds good.
Should be homegrown TV, and then we'll share tips
Close
on how to
enough.
grow
I'm
weed
sure
and
there's a channel
stuff.
for homegrown TV.
Luke, I'm going to get you a show, man. It's going to be high. If they have a High Times television, I'm sure they do. You're going to be on it, man.
There we go.
MTV.
Them dudes are all uptight, man.
I'm going to get Miller to sponsor it.
Californian
Miller. Think of that. Miller High Life.
There you
Miller
go.
High Life. There you go.
Miller, man, that's some shit beer, man.
Oh, you just fucked over your contract.
There
your
you go.
plans. Okay,
Well,
Ashley,
I
you
can't
want to
endorse something I don't dig, man.
Okay. Ashley, do you know Marianne?
I
us-
just
everyone
met
what
her.
What do you do down here?
Well, I'm a waitress down here in the Keys. I've been here for about 20 plus years, and it's wonderful. I've
How old are you?
26.
Oh,
I'm a little youngin'.
okay. Well, I guess child labor laws are a little light
Hey,
down here.
Jim.
No
Did you come
application.
down-
That's my daughter-in-law.
Oh,
We
okay.
live where people vacation.
20. Okay, I thought she said she's been a waitress down here for 20 years. I
No,
didn't say
she's
anything.
been down here for
Hey,
20
listen,
years.
I'm very polite.
I know.
You don't have to worry about me. You got to worry about this guy.
She
over
knows
here.
Luke. She's
Okay.
used to him.
You don't have to worry about me, my
And
friend.
I got manners I ain't even used yet. What the fuck, man?
See, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
So what are you up to, Ashley?
Oh, I've been bouncing around errands, Publix.
There you go.
I always love going through those aisles where you see about 17 people per aisle, and that's always my favorite.
Your people you know.
Oh, yeah.
Our locals. Our locals down
There's
here.
all locals
It's
down here.
Absolutely. You have to go at certain times of the day to avoid any tourist traffic in a sense. However, you go at the right time. You spend, think about 15 minutes. It turns out to an hour and a half, and I can't complain, though.
Yeah, you can
Good
end up going.
conversation. Yeah.
But luckily, you can pre-order some things.
Butt lucky, man. I've been butt lucky before.
Okay.
There we go.
I love this mushroom thing.
Yeah,
I think it's
they are good.
I think it's going to work out really
Yeah,
good for
yeah.
us today.
So where do you work, Ash?
Pardon me?
Where do you work, Ashley?
Oh, I work over at Sal's Valley Hoos.
There you go.
It's a historic building. 1920s is when it was built.
It's really cute. Great
It is
food.
beautiful, honestly.
Do they have Hemingway? A picture of Hemingway?
We have
in there?
Hemingway style, absolutely.
No. Do you have a picture of Hemingway in there?
A picture, it's in my head. I think about him every day, and I read his books every day.
Okay, that's
we
good.
should definitely,
the spirit
though.
of Hemingway.
Absolutely.
If it's there, I bet if it was there since 1920, Hemingway was there.
Absolutely. I can imagine.
And Truman probably stopped in.
I know
for a
that
sandwich.
some workers that were working on the old road but we actually were stationed there for quite a long time.
Oh,
So-
the ones that got caught in the Labor Day hurricane?
Yep, Labor Day
yes,
hurricane.
absolutely. Yes. So it was Flagler's workers or
There was a railroad.
pardon me?
Flagler's Railroad. Yeah, but 1920.
Well, it wasn't until 35, so at some
35,
point in the
36.
20s when it was during Prohibition, you know how much rum was coming through the Keys, man? So her boss, wherever she works, if he was down here back then, he was probably helped bringing in rum and
Probably.
shit.
Yeah.
Wish they converted to weed once they re-legalized fucking rum.
And now magic mushrooms
And
coming
then,
in.
they eventually
Oh,
moved on.
we just
making you
chased Marianne
uncomfortable?
away.
Is that making you uncomfortable?
And
Okay, we're gonna
Marianne,
thank Marianne
we've chased
Warren to be
Marianne
here.
away.
Maybe a shot or
Yeah,
two.
that's all. You know what? Cross section of people. We got people.
There you go.
There's people like me, Bob, Ashley, Luke, and Bill.
Bob, you're working for...
I, as a bartender, I interact with everyone just like you do,
Absolutely,
Ashley.
yes.
And I come in here and we got every type of person. I try to be, but
we always have a good time. We get
both
everybody up
ends
here.
don't necessarily feel as comfortable in front. Thank you, Mary. Oh, you're going to your event?
Yes, there she
Take care.
goes.
The both ends don't necessarily.
I know.
They're
Now-
actually,
now-
it's
now I
linear,
wanna-
not circular.
I want
wanna
to pick
talk
on
to
Bob a little bit down here, who's
Okay.
working for Spencer. I want to pick on Bob, who's down here, who's working for Spencer.
Yeah,
Spencer-
that's
Spencer
fine.
Slade is a,
Now, if
actually-
you go in your,
let's tell them about Spencer right now.
What's that?
Let's tell everyone, give the context about Spencer Slade.
Spencer Slade.
There we go, Bob.
He's quite a character. He's been down here since the late 70s. He was featured in Skin Diver magazine back in the day, as he's one of the fellows that he feeds a fish out of his mouth, and now he does a creature feature up in Tavernier, where he feeds eels, and we have a shark
and
adventure.
Sharks and
He's very politically and community involved. He's one of them guys, you either love him or hate him. And
we all love him. Even those of us that hate him still love him. We just make sure we get paid before we work for him.
And right now he runs the dive shop, right?
Yeah, he's got Captain Slate's Adventures.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just having a hard time hearing you. I just got done diving today, and my one ear is plugged up.
Sorry,
And-
Bob.
and there's a lot
I
of bar
can't hear
noise
shit
going
either,
on.
Yeah,
man.
I
It's
hear you,
like
brother.
loud and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of bar noise going on
Talk
too.
louder.
Okay. Well, I know you want to talk about Spencer, so I just wanted to get.
Oh no!
No. We want to give context about Spencer.
Oh.
What that is. So we're not just talking about Spencer Slade, who runs a dive shop, and Bob,
Well,
he's a dive instructor extraordinaire, and he
Now,
takes people there.
What Bob doesn't realize is that his main tech down there and I used to race motorcycles together for years.
Yeah.
Okay, his
My main tech, your main tech down there and I used to race motorcycles for years.
with Bob.
Oh, Skip.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Skip was there today.
And you know, when you go in that rental shack, you realize about half that gear in there used to belong to me. I was actually old Maui course director.
Oh, okay.
For years and years and years.
All right, I catch you now. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I understand how that is, especially because we have so many people in the bar area. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
There's a lot of noise in here.
There's a lot of noise in here.
Hard.
But I'll hold my mic further away, and I'll talk louder.
Hey, I
you
get
go.
to sit next to the good-looking girl, man.
You do.
That's pretty cool.
Well, thank you.
how'd you
Well,
swing
thank
that?
you.
A beautiful young lady. Yes.
Speaking of Spencer Slade, I went to school with his daughter, Sky. She is a boat captain now for
Yes.
the same company. She has been pursuing her dream for so long, and it's really inspirational. I
Yeah.
think the whole family has a really good going for that company itself.
There you go.
I like to keep it local.
And what's the son's name? What's his son's name?
Hunter.
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 Yes.
Hunter was here this week.
He is working on his Eagle Scout now.
Is he? Oh,
I think
good
he's
to
working
know.
on his Eagle Scout
Good for him. Awesome.
because his dad was an Eagle Scout.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we want to really continue the line of talk because there's. They're
Why
not
I'm
not?
really
good out
talking.
in the woods and
They're not really
picking
talking.
out
They're
stuff.
not Hunter and
Yeah.
Oh.
Hunter and Spencer are really talking right now.
Oh, aren't they?
No, okay.
Well,
so, but that's
I missed
not
that.
okay.
They're father and son. You know how that
Father and
goes.
son, yeah.
And,
They're little button heads, right?
They butt heads. And
Well, that's fine.
So
They can butt heads. They'll get over it. I've seen.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. It's.
Okay.
I've seen Sky and Slate go at it many times. So.
You know what? I could have always asked this question to you, but since we have Bob,
okay.
What's some of the weird things you've seen down there happen while you were down there? Now I'll give you a couple things to set you up. Weird animals doing stuff, people doing weird shit, or you being surprised by stuff. So. Or anything else. So something strange. Let's hear it.
We've seen it's actually involved Spencer Slade. He got bit by a triggerfish a couple months ago, and it was during one of his feedings. And the triggerfish just came up out of nowhere and took a big chunk out of the inside of his ear and the cartilage here. And next thing you know, he's getting a zillion stitches in his ear. And anytime you get involved with the animals, strange things are going to happen.
What's the closest encounter you have to it, like an aggressive fish, like a shark or a barracuda?
Really none. I mean, most of the times when you have an issue, I was screwing around one time.
You want to try an amber?
All right.
Try this. This is a Mick Swagger amber. It's really cool. I'm sorry. You're in the middle. Okay.
We used to catch the puffer fish.
Yeah.
And now you're not really supposed to do it. I don't know. They say you would catch it and blow it up. You'd blow it up and hold it out for the tourists to see.
Yeah.
And one got me by the finger. He was sucking in. And so they chomp one.
You ever have any close calls while you're down there?
Not really. I've never had any equipment failures or anything like that. I mean, I've had some people panic and things like that and take off to the surface.
Oh, really? Too fast?
Yeah, and you got to pretty much swim them down and try and slow them down as best you can, and then it turns into a bit of a wrestle match. So
you're trying to pull on their...
Yeah, because if they send too fast, they'll have an air embolism or something, and we don't want that to happen.
That's got to be a panicky situation.
For them it is. For us, it's, it happens quite a bit more than you think. So that's what you're trained to do, is to take care of the people and so you do your best to keep them from hurting themselves despite everything else that goes on.
Bill yours was a lot of industrial diving you did, right? The serious stuff. Not that yours is serious.
I was a commercial diver for 8 years.
Commercial diver? Did you ever do any of that?
I did some commercial diving up in Maine. We were diving for the sea urchins up there and scalloping.
I was actually a hard hat. I worked Gulf of Mexico for Maritime Tug and Salvage, and I was subcontractor for Gulf out in Aberdeen, out in Scotland.
Okay, they had a big school right near me that I used to certify their Browns.
Yep.
And when they graduated from it, unfortunately, they were never certified divers, so they couldn't get their tanks filled. Yeah. They were a commercial diver, but not certified as a recreational diver.
I spent a lot of times basically signing tickets for these guys.
Yeah, so they would come in. I'd just have them,
Wait, a commercial diver couldn't get their
tanks filled? Cannot go
for
to
recreational.
A residential. Yeah.
Seriously.
And they do it for a living?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cannot get their tanks filled.
Doesn't make any sense, but that's how it is.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure there's a lot of things like that, probably in medical certification.
Well, and
lawyers not being able to practice in different states when they got like really shitty bar exams at some place, and you got a guy that comes from a place that has really high level and they can't do it. That's crazy.
Here in Florida, you can get as a diver, you could get your straight oxygen tanks filled and get oxygen. Where in New Jersey, without a prescription from a doctor, you can't get oxygen.
Okay.
So even though we're certified as oxygen providers, or in diving we use it, to make other oxygen mixes, you couldn't get access to the gases that you needed.
I just saw a girl at the bar hand another one a toothbrush, and they're right over here.
Yeah, I see that. I'm not sure what's going on.
What's
there.
that all about?
Well, just
can we find out what that's about, ladies?
Let people watching.
Wait, hello?
I don't know.
Hello?
I think we should send Luke over.
Luke. Come over and talk to them.
Find out what's up with the toothbrush.
Please ask.
The two pretty ladies on the corner. What? The two pretty ladies on the corner.
Okay.
Can we ask you a question?
Give the young lady the red microphone.
No, both. Yeah, come over. We're going to ask you. It's not going to be embarrassing.
No.
Come on.
Well, it might be. I don't know.
Come on over.
Don't Don't do it. It's a trick.
Okay.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
No, it's not a trap. It's not a trap.
Right up on the microphone.
Okay.
There you go.
What's your name?
Gwen.
Hi,
Gwen.
Gwen.
And what's your friend's name?
This is Bridget.
Bridget. Bridget. Say hi, Bridget.
Grab that microphone,
Hi,
Bridget.
Bridget.
Are you? Let me guess. Dental hygienist.
Almost in school.
In school, because
There
I
you
was
go.
at the bar and you handed her a toothbrush.
Yes.
Oh God! See,
Okay.
did I call it? Am I Sherlock Holmes?
You definitely did.
Holy shit!
There you go.
From
Look at that.
20 feet away. Where are you going to school?
Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade.
And then their hygiene program at the medical campus in downtown Miami.
Oh, what brings
Does that
you? Oh,
include
you live down
feminine
here?
hygiene as well?
That came
Oh,
before. That came before dental
Oh,
hygiene.
There you go.
Jesus Christ!
I thought it
I'm
was the
sorry
same
about that.
thing.
Well, it's a whole.
We just ask you.
Close.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
It's
How do
Yeah.
you feel about the rectum as a whole?
About what?
Oh man.
I don't even know how to repeat
Okay. This is why we did all the rotary stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
I figured I said Luke was sleeping on his bed, and I figured on his couch, and I said I'm going to get all this nice stuff out of the way, and then we'll go into this. My name's Jim. I'm the Keys bartender. This is Luke. This is Bill.
Hi,
This
how
is
y'all
Bob.
doing?
I'm Bob. Hello.
Okay, and what brought you in here today?
I was just waiting on the
Happy
mushroom.
hour.
Happy hour.
Oysters.
You didn't know there was a podcast here, and we
I
interrupted
did
you.
not. We usually come on Tuesdays for trivia, so I was wondering
There
what
you
was
go.
going
Wow.
on today.
Well, we have a
Well,
podcast.
thank you. It's called Keys
I
Bartender.
always
Check
like
it
to
out
have a
sometime.
day
You know what it
scheduled
is.
where I can
Sometimes we
come.
talk to people
You know?
here, and they say some pretty outrageous things. And I go and say, hey, do you know what a podcast is? And they go, no. And I go, great.
Great. Come
Go
on
your
over.
business. And I'll talk about their stuff the whole time. But because you were here, I knew you knew what a podcast was.
I'm not going to lie. She just asked me what a podcast was, and I showed her the app on my phone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, we did not. For a minute.
Okay, no. And
Y'all are young.
I
You're
just
supposed to know
had
that
to ask
shit,
over. I
man.
didn't want to talk about you secondhand. I said a toothbrush, and I said I'm going to guess what they are doing. So you picked up a toothbrush.
Maybe
while
she
you're-
was trying to tell me something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you girls look really, really
Your best
clean.
friend should tell me.
Really,
you.
you look like you have a very high level of hygiene.
Was it
That
one
was
of
a
those
great
battery
compliment.
That
I
is,
appreciate
that
it.
is, that is
that
super high.
vibrate and stuff, you know?
No,
Uh-oh.
all manual.
Did you hear about
Wow,
our
that's
pole?
sick stuff.
Oh, yes, you're
Sean
that,
said, come sit by
Well,
the pole. It's a vibrating
Oh
pole.
man,
that actually supports one of the AC units on the roof. It always runs, so it always. So you
Okay,
can always
that's,
cozy up by the vibrating
That's
pole.
not as fun as the idea that there was a midget here one time who we had put the pole in so they could dance.
Are you allowed
Yeah.
to say midget, man?
No, you can't.
Short person.
No, you can't. I just said midget because I had one
Vertically
extra beer.
challenged?
Holly like.
Well, Harry, she's a goddamn
Midget.
we call them one of them things, man. One of them characters from one of them shows.
Oh,
you
Oompa
watch.
Loompa.
Hobbit.
Yeah, Hobbit
Oh.
or something, man.
Hobbit from Lord of the Rings.
If she didn't,
That's
I mean,
right.
when she doesn't shave her legs, she looks just like a hobbit.
Oh, there we go.
Man, that's pretty.
Oh no!
mean.
Yeah,
That's not-
according to
that's
Jim, this is Gandalf. I'm Radgast, and he's a hobbit. So we're never quite sure where he's
not-
going
I'm not
with this stuff.
participating. Yeah. I did talk about it, but they get it. They get it, and you guys get it too. And I thank you for coming over. So, where are you going to be working down here or what?
I work in Key
Yes.
Largo. She works in
Oh,
Plantation
really?
Key.
Yeah, I work at the courthouse.
Okay.
Where are you going to practice when you do that? Where are you going to work? When you're done school?
Hey, man,
I
what
already
happened?
work for a dentist office in Key Largo, so most likely there again.
There you go.
Wow, no shit,
you?
man. Wow, that's
I
pretty
definitely would
intense
go to your
looking.
places. That would be.
And why do you say that?
I don't have to explain myself. It's my show.
You should.
Everyone needs to go to the courthouse every now and again.
You know what? Just read into it.
So you're just coming to pay a traffic ticket, right?
Yes.
There you go.
That's right. Exactly. Well, that's good.
Right?
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Hey, listen. You know, the other day he wasn't there, believe it or not, and we were talking about sphincter bleaching,
Oh God.
which you guys work on the other end. But
Well, that's a good thing.
that's a good thing.
I'd
You know,
much rather-
That's,
well, I
that's
don't
where our
know.
show. We started out talking about scholarships for needy children.
And now
And
we're all
now
the way
we
to
were talking
sphincter
about
bleaching.
sphincter bleaching and vibrating poles.
There we go.
Magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
And
Well,
mushrooms.
we've always been there. We've always been there.
This is
But
an
we try to
interesting
segment. We try to segment the show to
you
that.
have
And when
no
I saw
idea,
that
man.
toothbrush came out,
He'll
I
be
said,
peeking any
"Man,
moment
maybe
now."
there was some really good story coming out." And I said,
No,
it was a wrap toothbrush,
vibrator,
the
no.
kind that they give in dental
Have you
offices.
seen
Yes,
a redhead
that's exactly
with
where
long
it
hair
came
like
from.
that?
There you go.
I
That's
mean, you got
impressive.
beautiful hair, by the way. I'm a hair fanatic, man, and you got beautiful long hair, man.
Well,
and it's
thank
like,
you.
and you very rarely see a strawberry blonde with really long hair.
I know.
Hey, well, watch out. That looks
It was very
sounds a
awesome,
little like Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs.
I didn't tell
That
her
is
to
beautiful.
rub it on her skin, man. I just said she had nice hair, man.
Oh, Lord.
Get it? Okay, good. You did hear that one. Sometimes it goes over those people's heads. Thank you, Sue Carey, and thank you, ladies. I'm telling
Thank
you.
you.
What are you drinking? A Yingling and a
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio.
A
Classy.
ding-a-ling and a what?
A Dino.
He just had mushrooms.
And one of them are pine knots.
He just took a bunch of
That
mushrooms.
makes
I
so much
wasn't
sense.
kidding.
That make the
He'll
happy
be peeking
shrooms.
in a minute now.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
If he walks over and starts playing with my hair later,
Yeah.
I'll understand.
Yes,
Oh,
you
no,
will.
I don't violate
No,
personal
he's a
space,
musician.
man.
He
Well,
does.
if you want to come over and play with my
What?
hair, I actually like it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, cool.
Well, that'll be
We'll have to
fantastic.
figure out
And
which
Twice a
one
week,
it is.
yeah.
My wife will
Blackwater
probably
siren
beat the
here.
shit out of
We
me.
may be going
His wife is
little
here.
south.
So
we
he'll
may
be
going
very,
south
he
to
will
the
be
border
very
down here,
tame
too.
and very
Down there, another
better.
place
Even
near
better.
100.
because his wife would be the first one to start
So we're
whacking
looking
the shit
into it.
out
I
of
think
him
it
if he
may be
went
Sharky's on
above
Thursday.
board.
I like her already.
There you
Yeah.
That
go.
reminds me, I forgot to hide
Yeah.
my
So
shrooms
we're
from her,
at-
man.
Oh, she's gonna get home to eat the hell out of those things.
Damn it.
You gotta
She's
be
gonna
careful.
find
We
them
got-
and eat them,
I don't know
and
what's
she'll be
happening
like,
over here.
Yeah.
Maybe better than I don't know.
It's a lot of
What's
over
that?
talking goes on here.
Oh yeah.
Probably better.
Yeah, it does. And then you got to be on mark when you do it because someone will say something. You go, oh, hold it.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got some
There
good
it goes.
stuff going on, and we
what the fuck are you
This,
talking
today-
about, man?
exactly. You got to be on the mark. There you go. Exactly. You got to wake up pretty early in the late afternoon to get one over on Luke.
Exactly.
Perhaps
Sometimes
4:45 or maybe 5 in the afternoon.
That'd probably be about quarter after 5 today.
Quarter
would-
after
would
5,
probably work
yes.
for him.
Yeah, and you're always welcome on the show too. God, you girls are
So you guys are here every Wednesday?
Every
we are.
Wednesday,
almost
Pretty cool.
all
You
the
guys
time.
just talk about what kind of things do you talk about?
whatever comes up.
Whatever comes up in Luke's mind, but I try to structure.
No,
something.
don't take it that way. No, it's not that.
No, it's
whatever
not like
comes
that.
up.
We try not to do that.
Okay.
It,
And,
it's basically ends up being squirrel.
what squirrel?
Squirrel.
Oh yeah,
It's the short attention span theater.
yeah.
Luke
Oh,
and I get off on a tangent. Jim tries to bring it back in. We get there again, and then Luke and I go back off on a tangent.
So no, but it works.
Actually,
It
last
seemed to be
week, man,
good.
I was focused and stuff.
He was. He actually. Luke actually brought.
4 cogent ideas and brought someone over.
He actually brought a conversation back to its original point. We were all like, "Damn, the hell's going on here?"
Must have been some good mushrooms.
Oh, we recently got on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on iTunes.
Jim, you need to talk into your mic.
Oh, wow.
iTunes, Google. I hear it.
Spotify, isn't that? Are we supposed to be naked if we're on Spotify?
I hope not.
Spotify is an audio.
I truly hope not.
I thought it was supposed to be. You had to be naked to be on Spotify.
I
can see you, so
You can do it now,
truly, with the exception with the
audio.
exception of the 2 young ladies, no, none of us need. Well, Jim's going to tell us he all needs to be naked.
Well,
But
Jim's a spin dance instructor.
He's a spin
man.
instructor, and
Yeah, he can show
all
you how to
that.
do the sit and spin thing, man.
I'm a spin instructor.
so he's
Okay.
actually in
Like that.
somewhat shape.
The-
Luke and I are both in
yeah,
shape.
I've always wanted to try that.
I work at Mariners Hospital at the Wellness Center.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I didn't say that. I wouldn't say that because these girls are way too young for me to say
No,
that
that's
to.
okay.
If I was talking to a woman in her 40s,
And your wife
I
would beat the
say
shit
it.
out of you.
Yes, she would. She's 6'2".
She is. Big,
And
tall
she's
girl.
and she's lovely. But yeah, she is lovely, and I'm very lucky for that. But That's why I have Luke to go and talk about how
There you
pretty
go.
these girls are here.
They are very.
I got manners I ain't even used yet, man.
They used to
We're all holding our
He's
breath.
saving them for a special
Yeah,
occasion.
There you go. Very nice looking young
And that
ladies.
was
Thank you.
I would not have thought when I said excuse me, would you come over here? And you came over.
Woo!
What are we
Thank
going to
you.
do?
Well,
Run
thank you.
away?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have.
Dude.
I would have. I certainly. Wow,
Grab a drink, let's go.
Bye.
Well, we-
man, that's definitely a change. Definitely a change from when I was in my 20s. They would, excuse me, come over here. And
No, they would have run away from you
They
then.
would have ran away. Like, hey, ladies, here I am for you. Oh, ladies, come over here.
There you go. Run to that
Hey, I'm
microphone thing.
Mr. Wonderful.
All I had to do was strum my guitar, and I never had to say anything other than.
You made that look on your face, too?
I was going to say, do that again.
That's it.
Well, no, what it is, see, I can lick my eyebrows, and
I've got a tongue that's 10 inches long.
well, to lick your eyebrows.
Come on.
You're thinking of lick your elbow.
Oh, yeah,
And-
you're right.
That's equally
And I
impressive.
breathe
I'd like
behind
to
my
see.
ears, man.
Like Kevin Costner in.
Yeah, all right,
He's
Kevin.
never seen dry land either.
Yeah. Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Classic.
Great
movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh, that was a horrible
It was a horrible movie. It was a horrible movie. It's a horrible movie. It's with Heaven's Gate.
It wasn't that bad, man.
Whoa, whoa,
I like the cell
The
though.
Postman was worse.
All those free. Oh, you're right. Oh, pick a bad movie.
Postman was worse.
Oh.
And did you ever
Yes.
try to smoke a pack of cigarettes 20 years after they've been made?
No.
They were smoking cigarettes all over that movie.
Yeah, they were.
Those cigarettes are unsmokable. You might as well
They
smoke.
couldn't find dry land, but they found massive amounts of
Those
cigarettes.
cigarettes, yes.
There you go.
Because
That makes
actually
sense.
there's a whole lot of fucking
And-
nicotine addicts, man. There's all kinds of
Yeah, but nicotine has to
stacks.
grow from a tree that grows on land.
No, it's a bush.
Hence, dry land.
No. I know
Dry
where
land
you're
is
going,
real.
Luke. I know where you're going. He looked at her when you said it's a bush. And then there was going to be an
I never said a bush. I said a tree.
No, he said bush.
Oh.
He did.
Well, nicotine comes from the tobacco
And
plant,
he's looking
which is a
now.
bush. It's
Wrong
not a
bush.
tree. It's a
You get
bush.
it?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I
It's-
got it.
They got it.
No,
See,
we got it.
I'm very preemptive in the stuff I say. I just try to look out. That's how I
Don't
get
help me
get
dig
too
my
far.
own hole.
There you
man.
go.
Oh, there we go. The whole thing. You tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, Luke.
There it is.
Help you, God.
Okay, well, we were going to have, last week a friend of mine came in, and there's a silver orb on the front lawn, and I wanted to talk about you guys, so you can listen. I have a silver orb. It's
what?
A silver reflective orb, a ball, on a pedestal.
His-
On
yeah.
my front.
Oh, an orb.
An orb. Orb.
What
And-
did you hear? Is what I really want to know.
And every time
No, you
they
don't.
walk their dog down the street, they stop and they look at it and they have a little discussion. And a couple people do it. And they come up and they ask me, and they're listening right now, what do I do with that? And I said,
With
listen,
your
I don't
orb?
want, yeah. And they said, nothing, really. And they kept on bugging me about the orb, and then finally I go,
Have you ever lubricated your orb?
I didn't say that. Well, let me talk. I'll talk about lubricating it
How
later.
big of an orb is it? Is it big enough to fit in an orifice, or is it too big
No,
for an
it's
orifice?
It's probably too big for an orifice.
It's way too big for an orifice.
It's
But
probably
they,
too big for an orifice.
It's. I tell them that it's on my front lawn. And it's for religious reasons. So I left them with the religious reasons.
I got a
and they go like
religious
this. I
piece
said,
once,
and then
man.
I mentioned Wiccan, and I said, "Are you aware of the Wiccan religion?" I'm not Wiccan. It's not religious.
And we weren't
But
even
I live-
related.
no, we're not. Oh, they're Wiccans all day.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing
She
wrong
was
with
pretty
it.
good
There's
at it.
nothing wrong with it. And I said, whenever the moon is half waxing crescent, I get in my Hilton Rewards robe, my Philadelphia Eagles.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go.
I walk out with a brandy snifter full of
Go
bourbon,
Eagles.
and I summon the foreknowledge of the future.
What?
What information do I focus on?
He gets
I-
the foreskin of the future.
I foreseek the future.
The
He gets,
I
foreskin
look
of
he
the
gets the,
future.
the foreskin of the future.
I draw on the powers of nature and Mother
And
Do
you're
a
Nature.
crystal
stroking on
ball.
what?
And
Because
sees
Stroking on the
future.
foreskin of the future.
In your
It's very-
Hilton Rewards robe.
It's mainly, yeah, in my orange Hilton Rewards robe, and I try
Why
to.
is it orange?
I washed it with something red.
If you do this in public, you're going to get arrested.
I thought you just wanted to match your jumpsuit.
It's my house. You shouldn't be
No.
looking in my front yard.
For your
It's in the middle. It's in the middle of the night. I'm not doing anything. I'm wearing a robe.
Yeah,
How would I get arrested?
You're going to have to go down.
What's
and see
under
her
the robe?
You're going to have to go down and see her at the courthouse.
That could get you arrested.
What?
She's the courthouse.
Opening
I don't know what
You're gonna have to see her at the
courthouse. Oh wow.
I sure do.
Oh really?
I
I'll come down
processed
and
your
see.
traffic ticket.
Oh, how about jury duty, Daisy? I don't get traffic tickets.
You want to hear something?
What?
Just kidding. I'm not going to say it on your podcast.
What?
Good.
You don't have to show up if you don't want.
Oh, jury
Don't
duty.
don't say it. No, because your
No,
job.
I'm just kidding. You do.
No,
No.
yeah, you do. You have
Unless
to
they
show
send
up.
me a
You'll go
certified.
to jail.
Civic duty to show up.
Unless,
no,
unless-
you're so. I was kidding.
Yeah,
unless
okay, yeah.
they send me a certified
I
letter.
won't do I won't necessarily do anything just for the sake of a podcast. I won't ever jeopardize someone's career.
Well, that's
I
good.
mean, just say like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they go down without a tank.
Okay.
I'll take them down if their tank's empty.
Oh my
No,
goodness
if Bob
gracious.
said that, I go, no, Bob, you don't mean that.
I know, Bob. you don't mean
I'll
that.
fucking I'll cut that oxygen line in a second if they diss me. Yeah, I mean, just saying, cut. Or a dental hygienist. Oh, well, normally we take the toothbrush and we clean the toilet around, and then we give it to the customer.
Will you quit saying
give it to
dental hygiene?
the person with the poorest dental hygiene, we give them that toothbrush because they don't really care, do they?
We give our friends with poor hygiene toothbrushes.
No,
Yeah,
we're
they-
done. We're done with the tooth
My
thing.
cat chews on all
you
my
don't like the toothbrush
toothbrushes.
thing?
So.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, whoa.
Look-
There's another thing Bill doesn't like. You didn't like the sex robot talk yesterday?
Or the tooth thing.
Or the toothbrush.
You got to remember, Luke and I have enough
robot,
teeth between us that you can count on one hand.
Okay.
What toothbrush don't you like?
No, you got to remember, Luke and I have enough natural teeth left in our heads
Hey,
that you can count on one hand. Oh, there we go.
There's the Keys Undertaker.
There's the Keys Undertaker.
Yeah, there
and
he is.
his lovely
And
wife.
we do have this an extra mic too. Tony, we do have an extra mic. Come over here.
How long do you guys podcast for?
Normally it's 45
minutes.
As long as we want to and stuff.
We posted a picture of Luke last week in the shower, completely naked, and we had 500 listeners comment about what they wanted to see Luke do next. And
There
it was
we go.
shampooing
Actually, they were like,
a
"Hey, man."
Pomeranian in a thong.
Him in a thong or the Pomeranian?
Him in a thong.
I was going to ask the same question, so I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we need to put the Pomeranian on the song.
Yeah.
Why a Pomeranian?
It was just
Why
one
the
of those
thong?
things. And you know why you said it.
Why are you in the shower?
The other
Super
suggestion.
handsome fucking dog, man. My dog is super handsome, and he's 85 pounds of love.
Hey, can you just get me like a
And he's
big
not
cup of
fat
ice?
either, man.
A big cup of ice to dump in that bucket? Yeah, to dump in that bucket. With that craft beer I have. Do you like beer?
I do like beer.
I'm looking
What
at
is
the
that?
beer you're drinking. It looks
I was
interesting.
looking at it. I was trying to see what it is.
There's an IPA. You want to try an IPA?
It's
Here we go. Let me open it up.
She'll like it better than this Yingling she's drinking.
Oh, really?
the dinglings. It makes dingling look
I don't
teen.
care. I don't care for this particular dingling,
This Dingling is not so great.
but
Dingling's not
it's
so
cheap
good.
dingling. So
You like IPAs?
I do.
I like the right one.
Try that one. It's not really hoppy.
See, I like really hoppy beer.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Not bad at all. It smells like another kind of plant or bush.
It smells like
Oh,
a
wow.
dingling.
Bush. You hear that, Luke?
What does a dingling smell like?
Oh, look at him.
Okay. Well, yesterday, or no, actually 4 days ago.
That's good.
There's Jenna.
Oh my gosh, she is.
Jenna, grab a seat over here. Drag a seat over. No, we got an extra seat. Grab a chair.
That is a really cool picture. Is this one of those panorama pictures?
Jenna, why don't you get a drink
Oh, you did
on
really
us?
good.
Tell Sean to get a drink.
No, but it came out really good. I can never do them that good.
Come on over. Hey, can you get a mattress, a tall mattress for Jenna? And do you need a wine?
I would.
A Pinot Grigio.
I'll drink this.
Okay, a Pinot Grigio for Gwen. Right?
You got it right.
Yeah, okay.
A Pinot Grigio. What's a Pinot
Tony?
Grigio?
What is on your mind right now?
You're talking to Luke.
Yes.
Okay.
What did you just call my wine?
Pinot Grigio.
He's just fascinated by beautiful women.
He's peeking.
There's
Watch
we
your
have
step.
Jenna. And
Grateful Dead is about to come on in any minute now.
So last 4 days ago, I asked people, our listeners, to submit any suggestion for a topic. You can use that mic right here. Don't we have a mic right here? Oh, you got right here. I don't know if that's on. I don't think that's on.
It is now.
No, it is on. To submit the weirdest topics, you put on. Yours was just closing time, which is not banal or boring. Your Jenna works at Riva Motorsports and Marines, jet skis, boats.
Yes.
Butt plugs.
No
butt
butt
plugs.
Like
No butt plugs. Luke got me started. That's right.
They feed off of each other, apparently. I mean,
vibrating
geez.
butt plugs, man, that you kickstart. You know?
No, I just figure. Oh, we get. You like that?
I did like that. That was pretty
Really?
good.
Oh, thank you.
You're pretty
Yeah,
funny.
some girls have like battery operated vibrators. Other girls have ones you have to kickstart. You know?
We really are right now.
Oh man, that's weird.
Oh.
That's creepy.
Look,
I'm way
on a
old.
podcast.
There's a lot of bonding going on.
Hold that mic close to
That
you.
whole closing time
Break
thing.
out another
That's
toothbrush.
one of the
Wait.
reasons I'm so
Shilling
late.
brought one for me.
What? Oh, you left before closing time?
I did not. It's after closing time.
Oh, it's 10 after 6. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, Jenna, we mentioned closing time. When someone comes in, I imagine it happens in a dentist office. It happens at the
All the time.
at county
Courthouse.
What is courthouse?
Courthouse.
If you don't have that mic close to you, it sounds like whorehouse.
That too.
Well, you know. Potato.
Yeah.
So whenever you go to the courthouse, why do they make you take off? Why do they have a rule that you have to wear shoes when all they do is make you take them off to go in anyway?
I thought you were going to say you had to. Would you ever, if you, someone in official capacity ask you to take off, like you when you go to a doctor, it's like,
what?
You go to a doctor, tell you to take off your clothes, but if you go to a dentist, then he told you to take off your pants. Would you take off your pants? When you
My
take a
dentist
dentist-
always checks my nads,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the courthouse, the Social Security office in Key West?
Yeah.
You have to go in there with nothing. You can carry like 2
Hold
pieces
that
of
mic
paper.
close to your mouth.
It's like 2 pieces of paper with you, and then
That's
that's it.
Jenna.
You basically have to lock your phone, your purse, everything in your car. Firstborn. Yeah, firstborn. You
At
can-
the Social Security office, is there a Pinot? Do we got a
I
Pinot?
try and stay away from those offices.
I'm talking.
That's probably a good thing.
Thank you.
A
You're
Pinot
welcome.
Grigio? Pinot Grigio for Gwen.
Yes. Thank you.
Well,
It's like
they're
a deal I made
penis
with Sharks
greases
years
things,
ago. I
man.
don't eat them, they don't eat me.
Okay, so we submitted that. That was a closing time, and if 5 of 6 is your closing time.
6 o'clock during the week is my.
No,
closing.
it's 6 o'clock. 5
Yeah.
to 6, someone came in,
Yeah.
and they were buying a jet ski, and you do the finance, so they come in, they look at the jet ski, and what time you end up getting out of there?
Oh, it's 9.
9 o'clock. Yeah, 3
Damn.
hours.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's the nature of the business at times. You know.
Yeah, if it's 15 hours, but
Although last week it was just on my it was on my mind because it happened on Wednesday.
It's always
Thursday,
fun
Friday,
selling
and
people shit
Saturday.
they don't need.
Ugh.
And I'm one of those people. Right. And I'm one of those people that I know the nail place closes at 7. So I don't. If I can't get there by 6, I won't go. Because
I'm
it
the
takes
same
an hour
way. Cause
for them to.
you know
carry
why?
me.
It's only because you're someone who's used to it and knows how that person feels when you walk in at that moment.
Right. It's disrespectful.
if you're working at a bar, now at a bar, someone comes in, and we're in the hospitality industry. The kitchen closes at 10. It's 10 o'clock. We close organically. We don't have a set time. It's not 2 o'clock because we're a bar restaurant.
Organically, I like that.
Organic.
But you always
got
got to
people
be
there.
aware
And
if
you got
you're the
someone
one
here, you got
keeping the
three-
kitchen open.
Interesting way of saying it.
No, you got yeah, it's a diplomatic
might
way to say
spit
it.
in your-
You got 3 assholes sitting down there talking about business and they're drinking beer, and then every 40 minutes they're ordering a beer and go, I'm sorry, guys, get the fuck out, like that. Or if ladies like yourself come in, it's like, yeah, however long you want to stay, it's great.
Or you can make it painfully obvious and open their beers that they order when you want to get rid of them and spit in them and go, here you go, here's your fucking beer, motherfucker.
There you go.
Well, not if you want to stay in business.
I need you to look in the definition of hospitality, because I don't think hospitality...
I don't think that would go over very well at Reba.
No.
I am the epitome of hospitality.
That definitely wouldn't go over well at the courthouse.
Luke's like, if you kind of feel that sometimes at the end of the night when you're ready to go home. But if we did stay open at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd be like, we stay open at 2 o'clock in the morning, we get a crowd. But what we do is there's you got Sharky's, you got Caribbean Club, you have CJ's, and there's a crawl that goes on.
No, they all close by 2. The Crib's the only place open late night, man.
No, what I mean is
cash only though.
What I mean is 10 o'clock. If you're young and attractive, you're going to go to the place where there's a young, attractive people.
Penis Grigio.
I usually seem like to meet people that say, oh, they went to Sharky's, and then after they closed down Sharky's, they went to the Crib. And then they closed down the Crib. I'm like, how can you possibly survive?
I'm still here.
When they start going
We've
out,
done that a whole
they're going
bunch.
out at 10 o'clock at night. That's when they head out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
are you kidding? We start at noon.
Bed by then.
Well, see, the Crib used to
keep my
not
mouth shut on
close
this
till,
one.
You know, they closed at 4, but you could get packaged. So what you would do is that when they close, we get a 12-pack. Sit out back and snort Coke and drink beer until 7 o'clock when they reopen.
Well, there's some places where
we used to call that Crib death.
So you go to Caribbean often, I'm saying.
when you're friends with the owner, they shut the doors, they stop taking money, and you're drinking there like
But
till
they don't
6 in
kick
the
you
morning.
out. They don't kick you out.
They don't take you. No, you're out there because it turns out sometimes
They
the
gotta mop it up,
owners of the
man.
place don't want to go home.
That's their cue.
They don't want to go home.
Well,
They're ready to
and
stay
somebody's
here.
gotta
But
get
I
the
bet
toilet
that doesn't
to
happen to
flush,
you,
too.
Tony. Tony, the Keys Undertaker. You get calls from all hours of the night, right?
Correct, but we have business hours too. Hence the fact that I'm late to your podcast. So
Well, we have you here, though.
I
See,
just
that's
brought
why
up
we
that
did
point as well.
5 to 6:30. And imagine you don't say, look at someone, okay, I can see this. You come in and say, hey, listen, my brother died. And you're looking at your watch and go, hey, it's 5:30. I got happy hour to go to pick it up. Let's talk about it. What do you need? Got a nice casket for you right here. Come on. Pick it up. Let's go.
He's
that'd be
he's
kind of
not
awkward.
going to care. Pick a color.
Yeah, he's
Who
going like
gives
this.
a shit?
Yeah, he doesn't really care. You want to do that? No, you got to be solemn,
correct,
friendly, and professional.
Nope, it's really different.
You can't be
know?
like me.
We get people that call at 9 o'clock at night at our door wondering why we're not there. It's like, our loved one just died and we're trying to make arrangements. It's like, it's 9 o'clock at night. We're out on the road picking them up. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
But you can't tell them that. It's like, I can set an appointment for the morning or I can be up there in an hour.
Yeah.
It's a really weird business. We have posted hours, but I can't tell you how many times somebody has said, well, I don't get off work till 5, so can I come up there at 7 and make arrangements? It's like, yeah, God forbid I want to get off at 5 and go home and eat dinner.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Can't you just tell them, hey, wait till the next day?
And of course, that's the nature
They're
of his
refrigerated,
business. You
right?
kind of have to be
this
there.
is going to spoil
They
the
don't quite
fun for
understand
everyone
that.
right
In
now.
their mind,
They'll still be
they
dead
need to
in
get
the
it done
morning. They'll still be
right
dead in the
now while
morning.
it's
You're
fresh
good.
in their head. It's making the paper arrangements, their wishes, and stuff like that. So
Okay. So we opened up 4 days ago the topics, and the one topic I got in, the strangest one I've seen since I started at the 100th episode, was from, and it sounds like I made this up, but the guy's name is Dieter from Hamburg. Dieter.
Hamburg. He's from Germany.
Dieter.
we get a lot of them guys on the boat.
Hamburg.
Dieter?
Dieter.
Oh, Dieter. Dieter. Meat beater.
Okay, yeah. Like Dieter from Saturday Night Live. Sprockets. Remember Sprockets?
Yes.
Sprockets.
Basically Sprockets.
Wes Sherman video. Touch my monkey. Love my monkey. Love my monkey.
Cogs.
We don't like monkeys.
No, I had a monkey. Oh, well, we were talking about Monkey Boy. I'll tell you about Monkey Boy a little
She
later.
hates monkeys, so be careful.
Well, because the face ripping off incident, the chimpanzee that did the
No,
chimpanzee.
you don't like monkeys?
Oh, you
When
don't know
rip
that?
the lady's
Monkeys.
face off?
Monkeys will rip your face off.
Yeah, I believe it.
There was a lady had him as a pet or something, and they attacked her and ripped her face off. And
That's like birds.
Yes.
Can't trust them either.
Okay, so Dieter from Hamburg sent me in. He goes, and I'm going to do. The funny thing about it is, Jenna said, I speak German, so I can send him a text message back. And I said, well, he's a listener to our podcast, so I'm assuming he speaks. And he sent me a text in English that suggested a topic. And if he doesn't understand English and he's listening to my podcast, I don't want to fucking talk to him because that's weird.
I thought it would be funny to give him like a snarky remark back in German.
No. Well, what he picked was, it's a real thing. It's animal necrophilia.
Anima?
And he sent me a picture of a duck having sex with a dead duck.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
a kangaroo rubbing up
Like
against
a
a dead
necrophiliac
Joey.
animal. So, like,
Have you ever heard that,
a
Tony?
live duck humping
You ever hear
another
about
duck.
it? Have you heard about animal necrophilia?
Yes.
Makes you love birds even more,
Holy
right?
shit! You heard about it?
Yes.
Where animals have sex with other dead animals?
Yes.
Bears. How about bears having sex with dead bears?
I can't hear both of you the same.
Okay, have you heard about bears having sex with dead bears?
I don't know it's specific animals, but it's been recorded that animals will do that.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Yeah, it probably, if it
Very
does.
possible.
If it did,
lived in the woods,
if it
I'm sure it
did,
does.
it would fuck it though if it was dead.
This conversation took a really awkward turn.
This is for Dieter. I imagine but Dieter, I remember, and I apologize because I remember the first movie I saw 10 years ago. One movie I saw 10 years ago about the guy that when the internet
You're going to say your first movie. I'm like, 10. There's a first movie 10 years
first
ago?
movie where I heard about people over the internet contacting himself in a chat room. And he contacted another man in Germany because he put on a post that he wanted to be eaten alive. And the other guy said, yes, I'll do it. And they did it. They consummated it. They had the trial. You can Google it. It happened. They made a documentary about it. They had an American actress in it. I don't remember exactly who it was, but yeah. The guy came over eaten alive.
That was his fantasy.
He wanted to get eaten alive.
Yeah, remember
literally
telling
like
you that?
knife and fork eating you.
Yeah, and he was cooked. He cut off part of his body and he ate it and stuff like that. So when Dieter, I didn't hear you. No, I don't hear you.
Okay.
All you can eat.
That's all I got.
You haven't? Okay.
I'm pretty sure that there is some synapses in his brain that didn't really function properly.
Well, I'm not Dieter. We're not talking about Dieter, but Dieter mentioned animal necrophilia, and I said, you know what? This is where we took it
Somebody
to.
should have
Dieter, you just mentioned it, and all the strange shit that you think about German porn, German foot fetishing, German Scheiser videos. I've never seen one.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Scheiser is the German word for shit.
Actually, it's Scheiße.
Scheiße. Scheiße.
So, Dieter, if you're listening, hast du allem Tassen im Schrank? Which basically means, do you have all your cups in your cupboard?
Is it the cups they shit in? Is it?
Are these shit-filled cups?
They're shit-filled cups. Okay, now let's get to the face liquor and then we'll wrap it up on that. And we got to make sure, I'll give the mic over to Bill. We got to get Bill in here, too. And Bob? Okay. Okay. The title of the show is Face Liquor, and I'm ashamed to say this actually happened Saturday night. There was a woman here. She's drinking all night on the side of the bar, pretty much where you guys were.
By our vibrating pole.
The
By
pole
your
vibrates.
vibrating pole.
She was by the
Girl's
vibrating.
favorite spot.
Oh, that's a little loud
That's
there.
a little hot. Okay.
And
okay.
the vibrating
We're
pole,
getting
you're over there. She's drinking. At the end of the night, it's end of her night, 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
She
9
gets up
o'clock.
and starts walking out. And I have a friend, George, who's the auto shop teacher at Carl Shores.
George.
She's sitting there.
George is a great guy.
She goes up, starts making kissy
Good old
lips.
old horse.
Kissy lips. You ever see the kissy lips thing? Come on, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. You never heard that one?
Oh,
You ever see what someone?
yeah.
Like this. Give me a kiss. Give me. I'm like, oh, I'm doing everything behind the bar that I needed to do to make sure that I looked like I was busy. And it was like I'm trying to put obstacles in front of a zombie that's coming at me. And she
Glass is
comes
gonna
over.
shine.
She's coming near. Yeah, shining. Breathing in the glass, shining and stuff like that. And she's kind of making her way to the opening of the bar. And she goes by George, and I go, pick him, kiss him.
Get him. There
And
you
she
go.
goes and grabs his face and kisses him. A wet kiss on one side, and then makes the transition to the other side, and when she goes to the other side, she sticks her tongue out, and she
put
goes
away her tongue as she transitioned. She licked his whole face.
Licked his whole. Oh, you were. No, that was Friday or Saturday. You were here.
No, I had a girl do that to me recently. So.
Okay, it could have been the same girl.
So this is the thing to do?
Oh, yeah, it licked his whole face. He felt
No.
so violated. It was as if I was being approached by zombies, and I took you. Let's say we're walking down the street, and I took you and say, take her! And just
This
put her there,
goes
and they
back.
all jumped and started tearing you apart.
No, it was a girl that gave me
It was a cowardly
mushrooms.
act. It was a cowardly act. And I accepted.
And I said,
I accepted. And I realized I didn't know she was going to do that.
but it
I
wasn't
thought
you, so.
It wasn't me. It was okay. And he looked at me and goes, wow, this is another one of those humiliating events that happened at the
I'm kind
bar.
of disgusted for her mouth right now. I mean, no offense, but you don't know where his face.
I think his face was probably
man,
probably delicious.
Sweat, gross,
Yeah,
your
it
face.
It could have been delicious because she licked all the way around
Yeah,
his
the
face.
food reminisces that's
No,
there.
no.
I have the most
What?
comfortable face in Key Largo, man.
What'd you
I
say?
made that word. I'll do that.
Reminiscences.
Yes.
The food reminiscences.
That's the best.
I like.
So good with words.
No, that's what I got her.
Yeah, the mic
I did
problems.
that.
It
You
looks
know what?
like.
After we
She's words, I'm
after we
numbers.
have a couple drinks here, we talk about food reminiscences. So,
Watch, I bet you'll use that word again.
well, now it's stuck in my head. Of course, I'm going to talk about it. Oh wow,
what I
we
do.
are-
What's the topic?
we did an hour and a half.
I
Are
think
you
we
kidding me?
lost the topic.
It was
That
pretty
topic
slicker. We covered
Has gone
everything.
away.
What was the beginning topic before us latecomers?
It's a great question. I don't think they remember.
Anal bleaching.
Anal bleaching was your topic yesterday.
Yes,
Thank
it
God we
was.
weren't here for that.
Why not? Why would someone use anal bleaching?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Well, you're very
But it's-
fair skinned. I can
Yeah.
hardly imagine you needing to
I
anally
don't, and I don't
bleach
see
or
why
whatever.
anybody needs to or should.
I wouldn't even mention that. I
There's
was
a
just-
song lyric that I don't know if you guys know, but it's something
No,
along
we
the
probably
lines
don't.
of
What? Let's hear
She
it.
bleaches her asshole,
And I get
would
bleach
bleach
on my shirt.
T-shirt. I'm gonna look like an asshole.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
And no lie, I love that song, but I hate that part, that verse of that song. I'm like,
There you
ew.
go.
What song?
But why?
There's a song about anal bleaching.
Wait, how would you get it on? I mean, you'd have to.
What if they just bleached and there's still bleach on her, and you're all up in there?
You'd have to spread up
Well,
that cheek right
yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Who knows?
You'd have to spread that cheek right on
yeah.
that.
Do you really
No.
want to go ask that rapper why
No,
that butthole was
Really?
that close to
No.
their shirt?
not
Who
at all.
knows?
He doesn't like that. He
No.
didn't like the sex robot talk. There was that had. Oh look, she stopped when I said sex.
I
robot.
PG'd it with butthole.
Yes, you did. Good,
No,
good,
you
good on
say-
you, man.
You say
Yesterday we mentioned that there's animatronic. There's a line them in Japan and animatronic sex dolls where they're using latex and all that stuff. And these guys are spending their whole day slamming these latex real dolls that they have. And I said, how do they clean them and stuff like that? And he was getting all grossed
I
out
don't
by
want to
it.
know. I really don't want to know.
Well, you got if you were with a
No.
woman, she'd have to be clean too.
She can take herself in the shower. That's fine.
don't you
I can
help
take
clean
my
them?
ass in the shower.
Just because they take a shower doesn't mean they're
so
clean.
just because
Yeah, you can help.
a male
Case in
robot
point.
jerks you off, does that make you gay?
You scare me.
that movie.
You can make it part of the whole event.
Did you ever see the movie with that guy? Who
Lars and the Real Girl.
No.
I mentioned it. Lars and the Real
I
Girl.
love that all you say is, did you see that movie with the guy? And he knew.
Ryan Gosling.
Ooh.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it was a good movie. You should see it. You'd
What
like
movie? I now I want to see
Bianca,
it.
and I described it yesterday and realized
Their brother's garage, right? Lived in his neighbor's or brother's garage.
brothers,
I don't know what the fuck's
brothers'
going on anymore.
old barn. It was their family's
Yeah,
house,
and-
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, we're
no,
we
well,
missed
look,
this.
it was a movie, and it was Lars and the Real Girl.
Wait, this was Ryan
This
Gosling?
is years and years ago. And so,
No, it wasn't years ago. It was about 6 years ago.
oh no,
That's more than one.
To Google it.
It was 6 years ago. So this guy, he's a loner. He ends up, and you know what? When I was describing it, it sounded like it was a robot woman. It was like a big Barbie doll. A big Barbie doll, real realistic, cost thousands of dollars.
Have you gone in the stores? They make them very lifelike now.
This is something you have to get through to. I think you really have to spend thousands of
Where
dollars.
is it? I swear is it?
2007.
2007?
Lars and the Real Girl. This is the box
11
she
years
came
ago.
in, right? She comes in a crate.
Is that Lars Ulrich
11 years ago.
Metallica,
Years and
man?
years ago.
Years and years ago. You thought it was going to be like...
That's over a decade ago.
This is a while ago.
I said 2011, so 4 years
Work,
later.
it never ends.
Yes.
So Lars from Metallica got tired of real chicks and bought a robot chick?
Yeah, so he basically told his brother
I was just getting in the shower today, and they called
Closer
me.
to your mouth.
that he met this girl online.
Seriously.
And he couldn't wait for his family to meet her, and then he got her in the box.
Well, we had
and blew
every
her up,
plan on being up
and
here
then
at
brought
4
her to
o'clock.
dinner
And
sat
just,
her at the table, and they were
I know, it always
staring
just
at him like he
snowballs
was
goes
fucking
downhill.
nuts.
I would too.
Well,
So
the
what?
craziest
Wait, what
part was when
happened?
they had a fight, and he had to.
What happened? They eventually everyone in town accepted her.
Yeah.
They took her to church. They took her out to restaurants, and they were going to parties. And
'cause she didn't say much.
People were talking to her, and they realized they were being supportive to Lars. And eventually, Lars had there was a woman that had a crush on Lars who worked with him, and eventually he realized he came through whatever he.
Right, because they all finally accepted it.
Accepted. He came.
Seemed to
It's
just
like
snap
keeping a
out of
dead
it
body
realize
around
that
and
she wasn't
talking
real.
to them after they're dead,
No,
man.
and what?
that happened in Key West.
That movie just
I'm
blew
sure
my
it
mind.
did.
And at the end, he fabricated a disease where she ended up dying and going away, and she was.
And that's when he popped her.
No, he popped the new one, the real one.
A real one. A
Yeah.
human.
Okay, and listen, I'm surprised Tyler isn't here.
Tyler is, of course, still at Riva.
Oh, really?
So, well, Riva, I'm not sure if you guys are real familiar with Riva, but it's very family place. Like, most of the staff is very family. And,
I know that's code for child labor.
well, I'm the
Children.
finance director.
No, child. You have children
And
under 11 years
my
old
best
working
friend
there.
Tommy is one of our
what it
mechanics.
is.
My husband is our captain. One of my sons is our lead delivery driver. And it's just, everybody really works together very well. And especially like days like today where, you have a trailer break, somebody else's trailer that you repowered, their trailer breaks down, they're stuck
There
in
you
the crib. Gotta go dig out another trailer.
Get them.
What's that?
You go get them.
Yeah, well, of course, they have to go and help each other and go.
And of course, we got to give a shout out to Russell.
Russell is my warehouse guy, very, very close friend of ours. So he's on vacation right now, so that's why we're a little strapped. So, yeah.
He was my mechanic. His dad and I raced motorcycles for years.
Yes.
And
Yep.
he was our mechanic for years and years and years.
Yes,
Actually, it's
absolutely.
right here.
Well, and, Russell is, local. He's been here since he was a kid as well.
Yeah,
so.
he grew up here.
Yep, he grew up here.
Oh.
So.
If I could get her on, that'd be fabulous.
But so, of course, Riva has this whole dynamic of being very busy, and we have a lot of stuff going on. But it's cool. You know what I really need? If there's anybody listening, I need a yard guy. I need somebody that can clean a boat and drive a forklift.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
really do.
Well, good luck with that.
No, I
Yes, on a daily basis, a full-time basis.
On jam night, they come in here.
Well, it's about.
It's that time.
It is that time.
And
when we'd like to thank, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your name.
It's Gwen. No, it's okay.
It's Gwen and
Bridget.
I'd really like to
I knew
thank
their names.
Gwen and Bridget for coming on. I know we shanghaied you from the bar and drug you
When
over.
I saw that toothbrush pop out, I had to have it.
Well, of course,
She does.
I love it. Thank you for
Very
having us,
lovely
guys.
hair.
Thank you so much.
Well,
I
Bridget,
appreciate
I
you
told
guys
her.
playing along and having a good time. Thank you so
you.
much.
And that you came over.
Cheers.
I know. You seem reluctant. You look so reluctant, and then you
I
did
wasn't
come
sure
over.
if you just wanted the ginger, or if you wanted both of us. Because normally it's her hair that catches the attention, so it's like all about her.
No, it actually, it wasn't the hair.
I'm the hair. She's the beauty.
I have to tell Gwen my favorite redheaded joke. Do you mind?
Ooh, I want to
Okay,
Give it
because
just-
I have a big sister who is a ginger. And mind you, she's 14 years my senior.
Only gingers can call each other gingers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
Just like Russell, my warehouse guy, he's a ginger. I also have red hair, but I am not ginger because I have no freckles. But
So you still have a soul.
I'm not allowed to
I
say
still have
anything.
somewhat of a soul, I guess.
I doubt it because I bet your sister stole it years ago.
Probably. Okay, the best redheaded joke ever.
Ready?
In the history of time. Ready? How many redheads does it take to screw in a light bulb?
To do what?
One, just to ask somebody to do it.
One, because because she holds it while the earth revolves around her.
Oh, even better.
There you go.
Okay.
No, and Gwen and
Bridget.
Actually, it was not
Bridget and Gwen.
It was not your fantastic hair. It was not your beautiful glasses. The fact that you guys were passing a toothbrush back and forth between the two of you, that's what actually piqued our attention. We're like, okay, there's a toothbrush going back and forth over there. We gotta find out about this.
Actually, I was just staring at your hair. I had no idea what they were talking about.
Well, I spied it first. I go like this. There's a toothbrush in a plastic bag. And then I went like this. And I go like this. And well, as a bartender, I'm always looking for something.
I was super excited about the toothbrush because I'm like more obsessed with teeth than she is. Like I'm weird with teeth, and I'm like, I'd buy a new toothbrush like every week. So her bringing me one, it's like a real good gift for me.
You know, you should do one of those cool contests on one of your podcasts and be like, okay,
so you got to hold the microphone up close.
A toothbrush in their purse right now gets a free beer.
That was Let's Make a Deal.
Right.
Because these are singing mics and stuff. And so when you're singing a mic,
it wouldn't be a toothbrush.
It's designed for somebody going.
But it would be something like Who Has a Penny from 1925. And
no, it would not be a penny. It would not be a penny.
Oh,
no, it would be a penny.
It would be something inappropriate, knowing you. Whoever has
nipple
a vibrator
clip.
in their
We got you,
A
girl.
nipple clip.
We got you.
A nipple clip. If you have a butt plug.
Is it a vibrating
have
butt plug?
issues.
Oh no! But you're gonna have to put some on the line.
It always keeps going back to that dirty side, doesn't it?
Yes,
Maybe
it
we
does.
should do the podcast right out of the dirty store. I can't never. What's the name
Oh
of
my
it?
God, that would be awesome.
Right?
Oh no!
We could
The adult
interview
store?
the people coming
No.
in and ask them what they're coming in.
Why
for.
not?
Okay,
Lovers,
yes. Let's
lovers.
do it.
Oh no, we need
been
to
there.
do it in the back
That's where I
room
found
of
out about
the adult
The
store.
adult
where people
video
go
store.
Real life
they
adult
try
things.
stuff on and stuff.
That
Wow,
the blow
I
up
would-
dolls
I
are
would
more lifelike
definitely-
than anything.
Listen, we're not going to get any endorsements from Focus on the Family or.
You're never getting.
No. Oh, you would?
Well, thank you.
What does that entail?
But she could get an
What does that
endorsement
entail,
from a
Gwen?
hair care product, man.
What's an endorsement? I put you on the spot. I am so
You
sorry.
are putting me on the spot.
I apologize. I will withdraw that.
What's an endorsement?
Yeah. What does that entail? And I did.
I'm
that
not
was
sure.
wrong,
I don't wanna
And I
know.
withdraw that because I put you on the spot. That's wrong to do that.
That's okay.
So what does that
What does that
tattoo
entail?
on your foot,
What does
man?
that? Wait, but Gwen, what does that entail? What does endorsement entail? No.
Gwen, did
What
you
does that say?
Promote you. Type.
Okay, I'll take it.
So Gwen, you've spent
Whatever.
most of your adult life in the Keys.
No, I was raised in the Keys, and then I went to college in Miami and everything. Came back here.
Okay, so then it's safe to say that Lover's Boutique is not the only sex store that you've gone into.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely far from it. I've only really actually been in that one like 3 times.
Me too.
Yeah, but
I
that's
have
the.
never gone in there, and I literally worked
It's
2
not
blocks
bad.
away.
No, they got. I mean, if you get a costume, if you need a Halloween, if you need an adult costume,
My
that's
only
what they
adult
have
thing-
regular costumes. Regular costumes.
They do.
And
have
also-
They
regular
have really good
Uh,
Fantasy Fest costumes.
Yeah.
Also, at this sex store, man, you can try out the products in the back rooms, man. Yeah, man.
That's only for you.
When they have.
Well,
do
no,
they
I
have
mean,
the
you can actually
sanitizer
go
bay?
I'm
there,
never going to
man,
buy
and-
an open container again.
Do they have like a
You
sanitizer
should
bay,
never.
Like, behind the
You're a
bar, so you can
smart
just
man.
rinse it
Thank
and
you. Thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah.
How
Stick it
brilliant
in
of
that
you.
hole, stick it in this hole, you know, see what hole you like
You're
it best in.
genius.
You know?
If the package is ripped, you shouldn't
Yes.
purchase.
If there's any mark or any foreign material
not
on it,
completely sealed, do not purchase.
If it's
Or
not,
if the
if it's
batteries
not the
are
same
dead.
color, if there's nothing translucent or cloudy on it, if there's something cloudy on the packaging,
How about
Don't touch it.
yeah. If it looks
How
like
about-
there's some
how about
glue
just
on
make the
it,
non-sticky rule?
Don't
if there's
touch
some
it.
glue, don't touch it.
If it's sticky, stay away from
Yeah,
it.
stay away
It's
from
not
it.
glue.
It's not glue. If something looks like there's hair gel,
It's just hair gel.
It's not
I
hair
was
gel. I'm sorry, Gwen.
I just ran out.
If it looks like hair gel, if it's kind of clumped and kind of clumpy, don't touch it. If it's yeah.
Well, see, nowadays, so many people like shave, man. You can't even find pubic hair on stuff,
What's that?
What's pubic hair?
What did he say? He was like, you can't even find pubic hair on things anymore. I'm like, what's that?
I remember I said that to someone.
I know
that's the
pubes,
carpets,
man.
that's the
I mean, you
curtains.
barely
And
have
they go,
eyebrows.
who has carpets anymore?
You know how many people ask me that? Does the carpet match
I never
the
say
drapes?
that. I didn't say that.
People have asked me that a million times in my life. My whole life. I said, I don't know. I have tile floor.
No, that's what a girl said. Who has carpet anymore? Who has carpet?
I think it's women of a certain age.
I don't know, it's
and
making a
older that
comeback,
still
man.
I think there's the women like 45 plus that still might do a landing strip.
Oh, man,
That's
I
too
got to
much
have
work.
a little bit of
But
hair, man. I don't
that.
want to. I mean,
Because
you
you're
feel
old
like
school.
you're eating like a little girl, man.
Who
Fuck
needs,
that
who
shit,
needs to
man.
get a beard trimmer,
Well, yeah. What about the manscaping?
Well, not you, buddy. Not you. Not you, Gandalf.
What about the manscaping? Do you manscape?
No.
No.
My wife
Does it
wouldn't
look like
allow
he
it.
manscaped?
Does your carpet match the drapes?
Who here looks like they
What's that?
manscape?
Oh, that would be
You.
you.
I
Tim.
do.
That would be you.
Yes, it does.
You know why?
It's
I'll tell you
equally
why.
as gray.
It's hot. It's freaking hot
Hot
down
as
here.
hell outside.
It's hot down here. The less, I mean,
Nobody likes sweaty balls.
no, they don't.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Well, it's hot down here. You're gonna have sweaty balls whether you want them or not.
You can always
You know?
tell the guy that doesn't wear underwear or that wears boxers though when they do that like one kick to the side
Because it's stuck to the leg.
Oh my God.
I have a question.
Yes.
It happens,
That is
man.
coverized
Yeah.
with because we have a best
I wear
friend that's a male.
bikini underwear
And I
anyway.
have a question for the men.
Men,
Have you ever sat on your ball?
I have.
No.
haven't?
I have sat on my ball sack
Good
before.
for you. I heard it really hurts. We were doing
It's
this
very
whole thing.
uncomfortable.
No,
that's
well, I
why.
mean,
That's why you don't
they're
wear
not-
boxers,
on it,
man.
No, but they're not supposed to be.
No, man. You ever?
sagging
That far
up.
back is what I would think.
No, man.
listen, I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there in age. And I imagine when you get
Well,
older.
these are younger kids.
Fucking
that I'm talking.
gravity,
Yeah.
man.
My husband is
Yeah.
young and
30-year-olds
did it
like
the other
us.
day. He was like, "Oh, I just sat on my ball."
Yes.
And I have
Apparently, that's a common thing.
yeah, and I have
Really?
3 adult
Blew my
sons.
mind.
And
You
they
ever
have
hear
a-
of testicular torsion?
I have heard of that.
A what?
It's when your balls get all twisted up.
It's usually one.
But they get all
It like gets
twisted.
twisted around the other one?
Well,
I can
sometimes
give you the medical
it's
definition.
the tendons that attach that, and it gets all turned up and twisted, and it's like permanently being kicked in the balls.
Oh, no.
And they walk around with a
It's when the
crutch.
testy inside of the scrotum flips over, and the vas deferens, which supplies the sperm to it, actually gets wrapped around the other one, and it pinches it off. It actually causes horrific pain and swelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called.
Are you a doctor, too?
No.
No, it's called
No.
testicular
Jesus.
torsion. Well, the reason I learned about it is because
You
when
did
I
it?
when I was in college, a buddy of mine at University of Pennsylvania, I was going over seeing him. He was got
Go Pennsylvania.
I'm from Philly.
I was born in Philly, too.
Woo!
Coatesville Hospital.
I'm from Northeast Valley Forge Military Hospital.
My parents
I
went to
went to
Westchester.
Temple. I went to Drexel and Temple.
My beers.
My dad went to Westchester University.
Okay. This guy.
So is that the school that teaches you to shave off your pubes?
No. What?
Well, what about my
I don't know what
question?
my mother does, so I don't know. I went down here.
Okay.
So when did you start shaving off your pubes?
Okay. Well.
Oh, hey.
When
Hey,
did you decide
there we
that
go.
was? Oh, wow,
I just got back from getting a beer up here, and
This is where it descended.
I want to know, does
Okay.
it really
Will.
turn
When do
your
you start?
age?
So
Okay,
do you
Greg.
do you actually shave yours as well?
Hey, Luke.
Richie?
Do you shave yours as well?
They're very
I do,
lighthearted
but
about
not
it.
as often as her.
So why don't we?
Not as often.
Why don't we start
No.
thinking about?
She has to tell me, like look,
Yeah,
we're
what?
going
We're gonna-
out, get it together.
You need to get that
We're going
right.
with it.
Because
Okay.
I'm in school and I work and I have other
a
obligations.
mom.
I wasn't going to go there.
Dude, we're going. Yeah, we're going with
I have
this.
to make sure she's right. It's just the new age thing. It's what we do.
Some people do.
You got to get a little.
There's a lot of
Most
hippie
people.
chicks.
No,
Now, there's a lot
closer
of
on the
chicks
mic.
your age
You
that
should
are
I
have
know.
period
way
in
hip.
there.
Gwen's mic's
Now
hot.
you're-
Way hip. They don't waste their time fucking doing that
Wait,
shit.
no,
I'm
now
a
you
loud
You got purple.
speaker.
You're good.
She's extremely loud.
I don't. And
My
but you
Cuban's
still
yelling
got to
at
get that up a little closer.
this loud.
That's perfect. You are fantastic right there.
And so are you. Wait.
better.
I just got a microphone. I
Bridget's
don't know
been
what's
doing.
happening.
Bridget picked it up and did fantastic from the get-go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Look at that. I feel like this podcast has gone longer than
Bridget did fantastic from the get-go.
No, we're always downhill, down road.
Hey, Sheena.
It's as long as we want it to be.
Well,
But
we
what
can-
about the podcast?
That's what she
there
said.
she-
So
oh
if you were
my
to look
God.
around
that's
the
a good
room,
one.
could you tell who has hair and who doesn't have hair?
It's heavier
Down
than
there.
it looks.
It is heavy, isn't it?
Well, okay, let's start here. Let's
I would say a majority of the females here don't.
let's start here.
Maybe about 3.
Let's start here. Him.
What was the question?
He trims.
Okay.
He's definitely a manscape.
No.
There you go.
Definite no.
No, I already asked him. He said the carpets match the drapes.
Yeah. No, there
and
is
isn't
no.
it true? It does go gray down there.
There is no
I did-
manscape.
I
There
did
is
not
no
know that.
manscaping going over here.
Suspected that until my
Really?
mother told me. She was like, my mother had like.
Wait.
He's looking down on the. Here, we can
No,
trade.
I'm passing microphones around.
No, I would have never thought about that until my, very dark-haired mother told me that she didn't really feel old until she got a gray hair on her hoo-ha.
Ooh,
Oh,
hoo-ha.
my God. That's like a whole nother life crisis.
Right? Hence again, why shaving is beneficial. This is why you should
No,
shave, because then
man.
you'll
There you
never
go.
know, and nobody else will ever know either.
No,
Yes, they
shaving
won't.
is bad because it opens you to all kinds of infections and stuff, man. The
You're
whole
actually
thing
very
about
right.
pubic hair is to protect your cooter box from fucking germs and
Did you
stuff,
call it a
man.
beer box?
A cooter box.
Cooter
I
box.
call it a box, though.
Cooter box.
Cooter
I
box.
would think.
All day.
That'd
Wait,
be a
how about
turtle.
It's the box
parasites?
that
How about
rocks, man.
parasites that hide in your hair?
I like that.
Like crabs.
Thank
What?
you, because I feel like a bird's
Crabs.
going to come poking out of his beard any second.
How about crabs?
Mr.
Crabs
Peter
will
Griffin.
infest somebody with no hair worse than they will somebody with a lot of hair. Believe it
False.
or not, man. No, that's a true story. No shit.
Should we Google it?
That's actually.
He
But
goes, "That's a
hygiene
true
has
story."
also changed a lot
Specious-
over the years. so-
Specious comment. I can't contest it because I don't know exactly because you just made it. But just made it. But if I do a little research, it sounds like
Another penis?
it sounds like if
That might
something,
be right.
if it was a smooth surface and you had soap and water, it'd be cleaned up. Let's get around on us. Okay?
No,
Yeah, we
I
don't
am
stop
pretty
that.
sure that crabs jump from hair to hair.
Yeah, and without
So if
hair,
you don't
guess
have
what
hair,
you
they have
can't
nothing
do?
to attach to.
no,
So
man. Tell that to a bed
Is
bug.
anyone
Bed
else
bug
getting
don't
itchy?
get
Okay,
Bed
no,
bug is
that-
not a
you
crab.
got
Bed bugs, you got other things to worry about then, damn.
Okay,
crabs and
no.
bed bugs are
We'll leave
in the
this.
same
We'll
family,
leave the
man.
debate until I do a little
We're
research.
gonna masturbate.
We'll master debate.
let's do some
By
research
me
on
doing
crabs.
Research.
There
I
you
think
go.
that would be helpful.
I'll do some research and we'll check. And I can. You know what?
So we're gonna bring this up next Wednesday,
I'm-
You're gonna
Uh,
come by
next
next
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
possibly.
Oh,
I think
that'd
you
be
will.
fantastic.
I think I might.
This
I
was an
think you will,
interesting
Gwen.
100th episode, anyway.
I
There you
see
go.
it in
And
your
you know,
eyes.
and I'm just going to pause here and go.
Any
This is the
reason to come to
100th
the bar on a
episode
happy
of the
hour.
Keys Bartender.
Right.
Yes, it is.
I think
And
my friend
we-
Holly behind the bar is having a little bit of a meltdown. She never sees me in here after
Holly-
hours. I'm always here. I come here for lunch.
Holly always
So
has
of
a
course she's
meltdown.
like, "You're
I
drinking
saw you
beer?
here
What
for
are you
lunch the
doing?
other day.
What time is it?" She's like, "What time is it? Why are you here?"
Holly always has a meltdown, but we're going to go a little bit longer because we're having a fun time and we're having a good conversation.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that.
So we're
everyone's
just going to keep rolling on and rolling on.
Wow. You're some special kind of person to come in with.
Rolling, though my wrists are swollen.
Rolling,
Though my wrists are
rolling,
swollen.
ride.
Whips and chains forever. I'm into kinky leather.
Jerk off song.
Woo!
That's
I
what it
really
was.
can't hear him
That's all right. I
That's
heard it.
okay.
I
with
got
all the
headphones.
noise going on behind me.
I have the headphones. I was
All
listening.
men jerk off.
Yeah, they do. What they gonna do? They do. And I used to ask someone and say, 95% of the men, 90% of the men jerk off.
The other 10%.
Yeah, the other
saying
10% lie about it.
100%.
No,
of men.
90% jerk off. The other sing one song in the bathroom, in English at least. And you ask that person, you know that song? And they go, no, of course not. Get it? They're the ones that jerk off, which is every person. There's not one song. That's what they do. And actually, Sam Donaldson said that to Ronald Reagan one time when he was walking.
I love Sam Donaldson.
Sam Donaldson said that to Ronald Reagan.
To hide, ain't it?
He goes, "Did you ever hear, President Reagan? Did you hear about that thing?" And he said it. He said it to him. It was in It was in GQ magazine. It was a fabulous thing. And you know what? We don't talk. That's the only politics we want to talk about.
We're not getting into politics tonight.
We're not.
Damn,
but that was a great
my
story.
wife didn't find the rest of the mushrooms because I could use. She only ate a little bit, you know.
I could tell.
I was waiting for it to hit, and I don't feel like
nothing
it ever
kicked
did.
in. Nothing kicked in.
I'm kind of disappointed in you right now.
I got a real high tolerance for stuff, man.
He does.
That's from years of abuse.
Yes.
No, it's not
exactly.
abuse.
I can.
It's not abuse. It's just
you have cool notes on there.
I'm really good if you want to try something.
Yeah, that was my
and you're
pet
not
peeve
used
about
to it,
people
you
saying
give
the
it to
names
me,
wrong.
I'll do it, and I'll tell you what to expect.
What?
Right.
Tyler and Taylor?
Yes. Try it myself.
Yes.
About 4 years ago.
I like how I learned.
Yeah, you can't.
About
My name
4
is
years
Jenna,
ago at
and
his
people call me
birthday.
Gina. Really?
Somebody walked up with a handful of
Tyler,
chips
sit.
and went, "Take those." And
Sit,
he's like,
sit.
"Okay." Boom.
Okay.
Done.
I got stuck
Provide
playing.
context.
I got stuck playing whipping post with him for about 45 fucking minutes.
But I bet you had fun.
No, I was looking around at some other motherfucker going, "Somebody else come up here and save my ass. I'm tired of playing this thing." But he was having a good time, so I sat
Bet
up
you
there.
were.
But I sat up there and played with him because he was having a good old time.
Well, you know, some people are.
Oh, this
handle
is
their
going to
shit,
sound like
some
really
can't.
poignant shit.
Well,
This is going to be
you
really
know,
poignant.
I'm trying to say it politely, but fuck it. Some people are just fucking pussies, man. They can't handle their butt.
That'd be
That's
me.
not you.
No, I am what I eat. I am a total pussy, but
Okay. Yeah, actually, I put you in there, Tyler. Okay. So listen, there's at one point when an episode gets so long that people will never listen to it.
Yeah, well, we're getting there.
We are way beyond there.
Can
There's
I tell
no
you something funny?
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's
yeah, but
about
we
the
had girls
toothbrush
this time.
Okay.
that brought us over here. So guess what she just informed me?
That she had toothpaste. I'm like, oh, you don't need it. It's pre-impregnated with toothpaste.
Oh, really?
I got a pre-impregnated toothbrush.
Wow.
No
Well.
shit, it comes
I
with
looked at
its
her
own.
like,
There you go.
All you gotta
Here
do
comes
is just get it
jizzed.
wet.
Wow, man.
Well, we always
it's a
try to
done
get
deal.
it wet.
See,
Well,
I have a
imagine if
cat-
they made.
I have a
okay,
cat
I don't
that
know,
chews on my
tampons or
toothbrush.
condoms that way. Oh, don't worry.
I have a cat
you
that
don't have to
chews on
worry.
my
They
toothbrush.
already have
put it on. You're already
it's already
pregnant.
pretty. You put it on. Yeah. We already have sperm on it. It's on the outside.
Worry.
Hey,
Yeah, I
wait.
know. It's first of all, no one's gonna.
Well, you
one's
should
the
take
longer
a
a
fucking towel to
podcast
clean
is,
up. Now
without
take some
music.
tissue.
I vote we
Okay.
just started a
But-
little later next Wednesday.
No, we're going to.
So do you have the
we can
same
start a little
amount of
later.
semen that you used to ejaculate when you was 20 as
Oh,
compared
hell
to, you know,
no.
now?
None of us
Yes,
do.
because that actually technically does not go down.
No, actually, man, as an old dude, I do
What were
not
you going to say?
produce the amount of ejaculate.
Yeah,
Hold on,
it-
hold on.
it
This is much
doesn't
more
come
interesting.
out
What are you
near
going to
as
say,
fast.
Gwen? What are
I
we
was
going
going
to
to
say?
say, actually, your sperm count doesn't go down
Oh.
the older you get.
Just the volume
I thought
of
The,
your...
the volume
doesn't
of
go
the
down.
liquid.
No, the volume of it, though.
It
The
doesn't
volume
go
of the
down.
liquid.
Actually, it
No,
doesn't.
the sperm count does. The sperm count stays up, but the volume
But
of the
the amount-
liquid goes down.
Yeah.
Be like the medical advisor today. Sperm and semen are two different things. Your
That's
semen
Yeah, the older you get, the less
does
you
not
have to
usually produce
swallow.
any less, but your sperm count
I was
does
just thinking
decrease
that.
with age.
Oh my!
Kind of like
okay,
an old milkshake at McDonald's, milkshake machine at McDonald's.
But it brings all the
it's
boys
time
to the
to
yard.
wrap this thing
My
up.
milkshake brings all the boys
It's
to the
time to
yard.
wrap this thing up.
Bill's
Okay.
wrapping it up, man.
It's time
Well,
to wrap
no, it's
this
fine.
thing
I'll
up.
tell you, wrap it up. We're wrapping
Wrap-
it up.
You wrap it up. There you go.
You
should always wrap it up.
I'll
Safety
take...
first.
keep a cap on your Jimmy.
Oh my God!
Yeah, keep it. And we want to thank
Gwen and Bridget.
Gwen, Bridget, Jenna, Tyler, Luke, Bill. We had earlier. We had Susan McCary. We had Tony Allen. We had Jen from the president from Rotary. We also had Ashley, your
daughter-in-law, stepdaughter,
Oh, daughter-in-law.
However,
You
I'm
are
not
now
sure how
stepdaughter.
that shit works.
It's stepdaughter. I know exactly how it happens.
I don't know
We
how
got
that
the
shit works.
We got the vice president and president of the future dental hygienist of America, Gwen and Bridget.
Thank you all
with
so
their
much
magic toothbrush.
Thank you all
Our
so much.
impregnated,
Impregnated
pre-impregnated
toothbrush.
toothbrush.
Thank you all
brush
so
your
much for
teeth.
playing along. That was
Next-
that
next-
was fantastic.
next time-
I'm so sorry to Shanghai. You guys.
I'm going to post a video of you brushing your teeth on the show.
And of course, we got Jen.
No, Jen and
So
Tyler. I
you're
said
gonna
that.
put a
We got
spy
Tyler
camera
over
in
there.
my bathroom?
Yep. What?
Oh, he might.
What
He's
is your
he's
bathroom
he,
up?
Because you said you're gonna put a picture of me brushing my teeth.
he might. He's a little creepy.
I'm not creepy.
Way to tell me that an hour later.
She likes it.
Shit.
She's liking
He-
it. Her eyes are
he's a
lighting
little,
up.
he's a little creepy. It's
No,
okay.
I'm not creepy. Dieter from Germany is creepy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he sounded a little creepy.
Thank you, Dieter. Thank you for bringing up the topic. We talked about it. Keep on looking at your pictures of ducks having sex with other ducks and kangaroos
Dead
having
ducks.
sex
There you
with
go.
other-
But
A
it,
live
it,
duck and a
yeah.
dead duck.
it's
a live, with
Yes.
a live duck with a dead duck.
With a
You
dead
saw
duck.
that?
No, but you've been talking about it.
It happened.
Your animal necrophilia. It's time to wrap it up, though.
it's truly time to wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. And then we'll leave it to Bill. Thank you for listening to episode 100.
Thank you all so much. We've been having a good time doing these podcasts for you for the last 100 episodes, and we do appreciate you hanging out with us.
100.
And 100 episodes. I know. 100. And we thank you so much for listening, and thank you all so much. We will be back next Tuesday with our regularly scheduled program at Blackwater Siren, and we look forward to having you all with us. Thank you so much.
After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is what's for dinner. That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwans.com.
Right now, you can get both Sprint's unlimited plan and the all-new Samsung Galaxy S10 included for just $35 per month per line for 5 lines. All you need is approved credit and an 18-month lease. No trade-in required. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT-1.
Phone $15 a month after $22.50 a month. Credit apply within 2 bills. If canceled earlier, main balance due. Unlimited basic after 6/30/20. Pay $32 per month per line for 5 lines with auto pay. Data deprioritization during congestion. Speed maximums. Use rules and restrictions apply.